as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Look for MiraFast at Walmart today. Use as directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona, and they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike, and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. The radio home of Super Bowl 60, 1580, The Fanatics.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Cullen Hicks in the control room. His birthday is, and his social security number is, and his address is.
Wow.
We also got you guys on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale on National Iced Tea Day.
Oh, that's not a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like iced tea. I drink hot tea in the morning with some milk so that I don't drink a bunch of soda to make me fatter. And I just can't, I don't like iced tea. I don't really like iced tea that much.
Really?
Can't do it.
You prefer it sweet or unsweet?
I don't prefer anything. When I drink my tea, I put milk in it like a proper civilized member of the UK. When it comes to iced tea, I just no thank you. If I did drink the iced tea, I would pour a crap ton of sugar in it.
The amount of tea I served, especially sweet tea, while being a waiter in Memphis, it was crazy.
Nobody cares how much you served. How much do you drink?
I'm I don't love it as much as most Southerners do,
Do
but
you
I'm
do
in
the
the middle.
sun tea out there in the Tennessee
no.
hills?
I dabble. Sweet tea. Sweet tea's the most popular by far.
Yeah.
I'm either
you
way.
don't do the experiment, Randy, with the you put the big old jug of water with 18 tea bags in there and stick it on the porch.
Now, Miss Kim and I do that. Yes, and Miss Kim, she enjoys. I enjoy iced tea from time to time.
So it's good to do some tea bagging on that porch.
Oh yeah, we tea bag on the porch all the time. Yeah. We don't do the little tea bags because my tea bags are huge.
Yeah,
they're
big
tea
very
bags.
huge. Very huge. Yeah.
So do you like the sun tea? I don't know.
I do like the sun tea. Yeah.
Feels like that'd be kind of like, what if somebody peed in your sun tea?
No.
Because there was an incident.
It's not gonna happen.
There was an incident. What are you talking about?
There was an incident.
Well, I wouldn't ever put my sun tea out on the front porch if somebody in the house wanted sun tea. You put it on the back porch, but even then, I'd be always a little suspicious. But in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, this 16-year-old JV baseball player was busted for peeing in the opposing team's water jug.
Oh boy!
I don't know how he got away with it. It said he did it during the game. How did you do? And 15 people drank from it before somebody found out.
Oh my!
And they let him off the hook because New Mexico has the same numbnuts that California has as far as political thinking, I guess. And so they were like, oh, well, in New Mexico, battery consists of the unlawful touching of another person in a rude and insolent manner. So in this case, we don't have any touching of another person, so it does not rise to the level of battery.
Oh my!
Dude peed in what? That is battery. You pee if you spit in somebody's hamburger or hack a floogie in somebody's hot dog. That is battery. This is insane. That New Mexico is just kind of like, no, we have to let him go. No, man, you pee in the jug. You should do hard time. I don't care. Try that little son of a bitch as an adult.
Now here's a guy who would be willing to do anything to win.
Chris Collinsworth?
Yeah. That's right.
Now,
Chris
here's
Collinsworth.
a guy.
Now here's a guy. Here's a guy.
So you just think he's a winner. He'll do anything for his team.
He'll do anything to win.
Wow.
Jeffrey.
If I'm the coach, I'm like, anything but that.
Even if that means committing a crime or not in New Mexico, whatever their jurisdictions are. But here's a guy he's going to do anything he wants to win. I'm impressed.
He basically cost Rio Rancho's JV team their season because now they've been banned from play.
No, what? That's too much.
New Mexico doesn't have a statute, they say, that makes it criminal for someone to mess with somebody's food or pee in a water bottle. They say while the act is gross and not right, it's not morally right, but it's not a crime here in New Mexico. Well, I hear that. All I'm thinking is, get the car. I'm going to drive around to every softball practice and baseball practice and football practice I can see. Excuse me a second. I got a little work to do.
Pee in a bunch of bottles. They'll name
as
the law
long as
after
it's
you.
not illegal. What they can't do nothing to me.
Nope.
Wow.
They'll name it after you, Jeffrey. The Jeffrey O'Brien law.
It's just
don't
insane.
pull a Jeffrey O'Brien.
Don't pull a Jeffrey O'Brien. Don't do it.
I'll pee in every single thing I can get my hands on before they change that law. But
they better change that law then.
The statute on these things, if it depends on who's interpreting it, they already have a law in place. So the Chief Deputy DA, Jessica Martinez of the Sandoval County District Attorney's Office, is an idiot because that is a misinterpretation of the laws already on the books. So, hey, Nues Michongo. You know what that means, Harris?
No, what does that mean?
Nues Michongo. Not my monkeys, not my circus. I mean, I didn't say the circus part in Spanish. I just said not my monkeys. Nues Michongos.
Yep.
But anyway, so yeah, this kid got away with peeing in the water bottle.
Well, he kind of got away with it. I mean, he didn't go to jail, but his team
should be in jail.
He got
eliminated. His team got eliminated from playing any more games.
He should be in prison where some inmates can show him about the dangers of other bodily fluids.
Yes.
You think? I don't think he should be in prison. That's
prison, hardcore prison.
No, he's just a competitor.
You peed in the water jug, man.
Yeah, you don't do that,
man. You're right. You don't do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't do that.
You don't do that, man.
He's also 16.
My question is this:
But
where
he's
the
Ruby at
hell
least.
was the team manager? Why wasn't the team manager on
Yeah.
top of this situation?
How do you
The
get
team-
away with this?
The team manager is supposed to be in charge of the water bucket and making sure that it's clean and secure and always full. And where was the team manager? He's to blame for this.
He is to blame. He is to blame. He's the overseer, and he wasn't overseeing.
No.
I don't know what this means or what this is a reference to, but I'm going to read it anyway.
Okay.
Mr. Wilbur says that 16-year-old punk better pray that his father doesn't own 3 or 4 McDonald's in the New Mexico area because I'm going to own them by the end of the day.
Mr. Wilbur, you
I don't
can't
know
even
what that-
see. I don't.
What does that mean?
Wilbur, I could pee in your glass right in front of you and you wouldn't know it
Wow.
unless I've had asparagus.
Well, that's
Mr.
no,
Wilbur
we-
would be like, that's some
I had
good
I had
water."
asparagus last night.
Oh,
Mm.
did you?
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
know it then. You would
all
know
day,
it.
all day. Yeah.
You are
Would
not
know it.
sneaky.
No.
No.
So, anyways, back to what I was trying to say. Happy National Iced Tea Day. You know,
Yep.
and yeah, I guess that's just. I mean, is that the best summer drink? Is that it? Is that like the?
It's
I mean,
cool
a nice,
and refreshing with some lemon in it. Yeah,
yeah, a nice
it's good.
cold beer would be a good summer drink.
Well,
you know,
yeah, I mean,
lemonade.
What's
I
the
mean,
best?
lemonade.
What's the
ice
best summer
cold
beer for you guys? What's the best summer beer? What's your go-to?
The best
Free.
summer beer is free beer.
Yeah, just free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my best summer beer is whiskey.
Okay.
Randy's best summer beer is Coors Light.
Mm.
Like
We
my
are
dad.
not the same.
Yeah, my dad will love some Coors Light. That's his go-to summer beer.
Coors Light is just, basically much like what this boy did in that jug.
That's what Jeffrey thinks.
Yeah, I don't like the taste of it. Don't tell my dad that.
Bruno Baller says if Bobby Boucher was their water boy, that would never happen. He'd open up a can of whoop ass on that kid.
Oh yeah,
That he
yeah,
would.
yeah.
That
And
he
he had it
would.
coming. Yeah, I'm serious. There should have been a bench clearing brawl, and they should have
Absolutely.
beat the hell out of this guy.
Yeah, and that kid comes up. You beam that kid around the head and shoulders area. Yeah,
He needs to get plunked while he's standing on second base. You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
Right. You're
Plunk
damn
him.
right.
Plunk
Yeah.
that
Did
man.
he get suspended from school? I know we didn't hear the legal punishments. What about the in-school punishments? Suspended?
No word
reported?
on that.
No word on that.
Yeah, the school didn't have anything to say for the story, but no word if he was facing any disciplinary action there.
Maybe they
Hey,
supported it.
It's New Mexico. They probably
know.
were like, he just needs a hug. Moving on to real baseball that matters. Randy, we got a problem.
What's the
Huge,
problem?
huge problem with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
last night I was watching something else. I was
Yes.
enjoying the beatdown that Florida was giving the Oilers in hockey.
Yes. Yes.
It was a beatdown.
And I
What
go
is
on,
that?
I go on
Yes.
Twitter before bedtime, and I kind of look at it, and people are calling for Torey Lavello's head. Everybody's just upset and angry. So I'm like, wow, I guess we just lost to the Mariners tonight. Oh well. And my wife even asked me, what's up with the Diamondbacks? I'm like, I don't know. I guess they lost because everybody's upset. I didn't bother to check the score. We won.
Yeah.
We won 8-4. I found that out
8-4.
this morning. I'm like, what? What? Then why was
Yeah.
everybody upset? And it turns out more dumb Torey Lavello moves that were, I guess, cleaned up by Naylor with that grand slam in the 11th inning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And people are saying Naylor was just like in a mood. He took around those bases, but there was no joy. And he was in an interview afterwards, and he was just like, I just want to go home. This is stupid. Like he is very disenfranchised with what's going on in the clubhouse. So somebody that saw the damn game or knows what's going on, why was everybody so mad at Torey last night?
Well, I don't know exactly why everybody's angry at Torey, but I will tell you that
not his
Torey
fault.
used let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pitchers last night in a 11 inning game. 8 pitchers in an 11 inning game. 8.
Why
So
would he do that?
So what happened was towards the ninth, Justin Martinez was in, and it was 4-0 Diamondbacks. And the Diamondbacks in the ninth gave up 4 runs in the ninth and tied it. Merrill Kelly, by the way.
And was that Martinez's fault?
No, here I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah,
Martinez
tell the story, Harris.
Martinez got pulled because what was rumored he was experiencing elbow tightness.
Yeah, he was supposed to get an MRI. Today.
Yep. So that's a detrimental loss. If that is a serious injury for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah,
It's major.
It can be.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's major. So they put in Brigham and Jeff Brigham, and he gave up 4 runs. He gave up
Three runs. Martinez
or
gave
4
up
hits.
one.
Sorry, 4 hits, 3 runs. I meant to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, Murillo came in, and I think Torrey had it with Martinez. That could have been. He actually had something kind of brewing, and then the moment he got hurt, that was when everything just kind of hit the fan.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
So, what do people want Torrey to do right there?
I think people are just frustrated because this has happened a lot, and they're just figuring out their ways to air their frustration. Because, I mean, there's nothing more frustrating. There's not a more frustrating way to lose in baseball than a blown save. It's frustrating to lose like that. So people are just airing out their frustrations, and some of it, I get it. Some of it is Torrey's fault. Today or last night, that was not his fault. It was not his fault that Martinez got hurt.
So everybody's just used to yelling and being upset about him.
So what happened was Merrill Kelly was again dealing.
He's been great.
Six strong innings. He gave up 4 hits, no earned runs. He only walked 2 guys, had 7 strikeouts, and guess what? Merrill Kelly, Torey Lovullo pulled him and brought in Kyle Backus for 2/3 of an inning, and then he brought in Ryan Thompson for 1/3 of an inning. This is the number thing, the statistical thing at work perfectly here.
Well, how far did you want to see Merrill Kelly go?
I wanted to see him go to the 7th, even the 8th. When you have a team that blows games with the relief pitchers in, why are you pulling Merrill Kelly out when he was doing such a great job? He was doing a fantastic job, and boom, 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 here he comes. And then he pulls him out and brings Kyle Backus in. Now, there wasn't any damage. Backus got in a little bit of a trouble. He struck out 1 guy, and then he gave up a couple of hits. And then Ryan Thompson came in, and he ended up doing well. Shelby Miller came in, and he did well. He gave up 1 hit, but he did well. Justin Martinez came in, and that's when the wheels fell off the damn thing. Why didn't you leave Merrill Kelly in for the 7th or even into the 8th, and then you bring in Shelby Miller to shut it down in the 9th? I don't understand 8 pitchers in one game.
Yeah.
I know it was 11 innings, but
That's
it did not have to go 11 innings.
What if they're trying to take it easy on certain players because we're going to be sellers?
Well, I don't think that's the case at all. I do not believe this team.
What other reason is there to play like that?
I do not believe this team is set up or even thinking about selling guys at the trade deadline. I do not believe that. Corbin Carroll was good again last night. Ketel Marte did his job. Geraldo Perdomo did his job. Josh Naylor, of course, did his job, even saving the team. But then again, here we go in the 5th spot. Suarez, he 0 for 5. 0 for 5. He had no hits. He scored no runs and nothing. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at least got a couple of hits and was walked 1 time. Then you had Pavin Smith, who got a couple of hits. Finally, the bottom half of the lineup is hitting. And then we're trading guys. We're swapping guys in. He brought in Tim Tawa to play in left field. He brought in Ildemario Vargas to play pinch run and play some third base. I just don't understand some of the moves by Torey Lovullo when the bottom half of the lineup was finally starting to produce, and then you bring guys in that are not going to produce. And you use 8 guys in a game last night. 8 guys.
Randy,
did not have to go.
Brandon Pfaadt is ready to go all the innings because there's nobody left, I guess. Fat Brandon's going to have to carry this thing. He's going up against Brian Woo! And
he's been very good this year.
The game starts 6:40 p.m. So, yeah.
Have to wait and see. Yeah.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Torrey needs to talk to Cliff and get some orange slices out there. What are you going to say, Harris?
Yeah, Randy, I want to add a point. So you're asking why Merrill Kelly was pulled at the 6th inning. And I agree with a lot of your frustrations. I can see it. I just want to play devil's advocate to get the whole world view here, the whole view. When you think about having a pitcher for a long time and preserving his long-term health, look what happened with Corbin Burns. He ended up getting hurt because he had a lot of mileage on him. So Torrey is thinking long-term for a lot of these guys. And Merrill Kelly, he might be on some sort of pitch count, something like that. So
I can't see it. This is professional baseball, man. And a guy throwing that good, you go out there in the 6th and you get him. And guess what? Teams around the National League know what Torey Lovullo is going to do. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. You just got to get to the 6th inning, man. Keep the game close. Get to the 6th inning, because what's going to happen is Lovullo's going to do the elephant walk, bump, 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 and he's going to take the starting pitcher out. And if the guy is dealing and just shutting a team down, he's going to ruin it by going to the bullpen early in the 6th inning. I mean, you got to let your starter, if he's dealing like Merrill Kelly was last night, why don't you go and let him go to the 7th and then bring in a guy in the 7th, or even let the guy go out there for the 7th and bring in a guy in the 8th. Shelby Miller has been good as of late in 1 inning. Bring him in the 8th and shut the team down, and then bring in that, what's his name, that Mena guy, Christian Mena, and bring him in to close down but no, we're going to play statistics, and we're going to bring in pitchers to pitch to, 3 guys, a third of an inning, and it's just an absolute train wreck. And I just do not understand the strategy here. 8 pitchers. Well, for a game that should have ended in 9 innings, we should have been able to shut them down.
You got to go deep and try to figure out why the load management, because it feels like load management. Yeah. It smells like load management. It's early in a season for that sort of thing. Why making these choices? Why is he making these choices? I don't know.
I don't know. I do not understand. I do not understand.
Just a Tip says his favorite summertime beer is Leinenkugels.
Leinenkugels, yeah.
You've heard of it? Oh,
yeah.
Did I say it right? Oh, I'm surprised I said it right.
Yeah, you did great.
Yeah, he likes it. Let's see. Quiet Cannon says, Arizona drama reached a season high yesterday. 2 outs in the 9th inning. They blow a 4-run lead. Then in the 11th inning, or was that the last hour, they hit the game-winning grand slam. Yep, yeah. It's the ups and downs, Quiet Cannon. Baker's Cocky Hem says, did Harris stay on the Jeff Fisher bandwagon till the end? Seems like he doesn't understand the situation with Torrey.
What? Did I stay on the Jeff Fisher band? No, I did not. Now, when the Jeff Fisher bandwagon, when I was a kid, that happened when I was like 8 or 9. I heard my dad always watching Titans games on the couch and saying, gosh, damn it, Harris, we got to fire that coach when I was 8 years old.
Like he wanted you to get in the car.
He brainwashed me away from
down there and take care of it.
Yep. That's what he wanted to do. So no, I was not on the Jeff Fisher bandwagon. That's least to say.
All right. Well, we'll see what fresh new hell the Diamondbacks have tonight. Moist One says Diamondbacks would have had a shutout if Justin Martinez didn't get hurt. It was a terrible game for me until the Mariners were down the last out facing a dude that didn't even expect to pitch.
Yeah,
that's right. Moist One is a Mariner fan.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I like how he backed into this whole thing too. There was no braggadocio. There was no bets. There was no anything. And even now, Moist One's like, oh, I'm a Mariners fan. He's not
quietly, shamefully.
Well, we're not starting any beef on this, Moist One. Your team was in the same kind of position as our team right
Moist now. One, to answer your question, yeah, they are in that like awkward 500 position with a lot of talent. The Mariners are on that position. But to answer his question, Justin Martinez, he did give up a run. He was put in a bad situation. Like he gave up a hit. He had 2 Ks out of 3. So, I mean, he was still solid. I think if he would have been in there, it wouldn't have been a sweat. Now, that being said, I think Torrey had something cooking before he got hurt. That's what I think.
What he had cooking was, how can I use everybody in my bullpen that's available? Everyone can come in and be a part of this game here. I mean, he brought in Backus for 2/3 of an inning, and then he brought in Ryan Thompson for 1/3 of an inning. So that is one inning right there between 2 pitchers. Why the hell would you do that? I do not understand. I just don't get it.
He doesn't trust any of them. That's why.
Clearly he's either that or he's playing the stats game. He's playing the
Mixture of both, probably.
He's playing this. Him and Hazen are playing the stats game. They've got the accountants up there on their calculators trying to figure out the math on this. What's the best matchups? And it doesn't work, man. Just let Merrill Kelly pitch into the seventh inning and simplify this, man.
Moist One says Justin Martinez was absolutely filthy. You can't predict an injury.
Yeah, he's right.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, I don't know, something. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender is streamed live on YouTube. Search 1580 The Fanatic to watch.
O'Reilly. You need parts? We got parts. Product availability? Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or import direct pads for just $20. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please. Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours. Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours. Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
My pain is considerable, but that prescription is dangerous.
The side effects of my medicine are worse than my condition.
I'm in recovery. I can't take those pills.
When faced with a health crisis, you shouldn't have to choose between risks. Choose natural healing.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our naturopathic doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves immediate physical symptoms without having you take a bunch of pills. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
For many, a warm bed or meal is just the beginning. The Salvation Army provides people facing hardship with a hand up, not a handout. Food, shelter, clothing, rent and utilities assistance, and community resources are just some of the ways we help people get back on their feet. Learn how you can give hope to your neighbors in need. Visit SalvationArmySouthwest.org. Above all, love. Sponsored by the Salvation Army Southwest Division.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canyer, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
We know how you feel. There's nothing better than a fall afternoon, an order of wings and a nice cold brew, and football. This fall, the Fanatic is your source for high school, college, and NFL football action. The high school game of the week on Friday nights, top line NCAA action on Saturdays, and the NFL primetime games. When it comes to football, we have you covered. We're 1580 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Listen to this from Moist One. He says, I actually moved out to left field to be closer to the exit at the end of the game because I was expecting the Mariners to go down without a fight. That end zone homer was absolutely peed on. Awesome moment, but will not be remembered by most because, well, they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool homer, but the Mariners are right in that same boat with the Diamondbacks, man. Like, they've got a good team and some talent. You talk about Gilbert, Kirby, Brian Wu too. They should be. They're one of those teams, and that should be way better than they are, along with Arizona.
Just a tip says, is Torrey so scared for his job that he's given up on himself and gone totally analytic so he can't be blamed? Maybe coaxed by his own bosses?
No, he would be blamed if he went total analytics or if he didn't go total analytics. It's all about results. And right now, the results just, they ain't happening.
Lost Toby says, doesn't Harris know it's rude to point?
Am I pointing?
I don't know. Were you pointing?
I didn't think so. Maybe I was.
Bruno Baller says, Jeffrey, have you ever had a Long Island iced tea? And if so, did you like it? Well, yeah, actually, I had a couple of Long Island iced teas once because I met up with some coworkers at a different radio station, met up after work, and we were all angry about something. So I sat down. I was in a bad mood, and this one gal, she's like, here, you should have a Long Island iced tea. I've never had that. And they're like, no, trust me, you'll feel better. And I'm like, I don't even like tea. No, trust me. So I drank that, and it went down nice and easy. And I'm like, oh, I'm still thirsty.
yeah.
Let me have another one. And so I had 2 Long Island iced teas in the space of about 3 minutes. And I don't usually feel alcohol hit. I felt it that day. It hit. I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, that's a sneaky little drink, isn't it? And I said, now, can I have some whiskey, please? Because if I'm going to drink, I might as well just drink with a purpose. Why am I going to sit there and mess with Long Island iced tea? But
exactly. Yes.
those are deceiving.
So
you can get jacked up on a Long Island iced tea really quick if you're not careful.
Oh yeah.
So would you classify yourself, Jeffrey and Randy, as a lightweight or heavyweights?
Me and Randy.
Yes.
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights. Got it. So it takes a lot.
I mean, like, you'll go poor if you try to get me drunk. I'm not kidding. It's not something to brag about, really.
I would go poor.
You know, here's the thing. We also went out with a different crew from a different radio station, and the one gal was a tall and attractive gal, and then she had all her friends show up. So me and my buddy were there, and then all these girls. Well, what happened was we were standing there just hanging out, and then like creepy dudes kept sending drinks over to these girls. So they got into a thing where anytime a creepy dude would send a drink, they'd hand it to me. I would just drink it and then hold it up and say, thank you. I stood there doing bam, 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 bam. And the guy behind the bar started to get worried. He's like, you have drank so much alcohol. And I turned, I was like, I'm fine. I'm absolutely okay. You know, I was starting to get a little bit of a buzz, but he thought I was going to die.
How many did you have, if you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But I mean, I was just, and it's annoying. Can I tell you, though, it's not something that I'm happy about. I would love to have just a few drinks and be pleasantly buzzed and just hang out. That's why I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Because I can't just drink a few and then feel it. I got to keep going and going and going. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying and expensive. So, you know, Randy, how long till you start to feel a good buzz?
A good bit.
45.
Yeah. It depends on the drink. If it's whiskey, probably 5 or 6.
Yeah. Wow. So Harris, if he smells the drink, I think he just passes out.
This is true. It
guess.
only takes like one or two for me. It takes nothing. My friends know.
Yeah, well, you didn't even have to tell us.
Yeah, I give off that vibe, apparently.
Fish Tank, who's also
Not
Irish,
a compliment
says
either.
Being someone who can drink a lot is such a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I never know if it's cool or just sad.
Yeah.
It's what we call Irish. Wilbur says, new nickname, Hollow Leg O'Brien. It fits. The Jet says, Jeffrey, have you ever showered with a grown man? And if so, did you like it? Yes and no. We all played sports.
Yeah. I was going to say.
And I always was like, can't we just have our own little showers? Why do we have to all stand around this weird thing? We're not in prison. Moist One says, for the Mariners, starting pitching injuries have been a killer this year. He says the Mariners went through all last year without a starter getting hurt for any significant amount of time. And then they added Justin Turner to a struggling offense, hoping he'd move the needle. Just another owner who won't spend. I wonder if Kendrick, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Our owner, Kendrick.
Yeah.
I wonder if he realizes he should be thinking about firing Torey Lovello. I wonder if it even occurs to him.
He probably Oh, Randy, you go. My mistake.
I was just going to say, I would imagine he is. Harris, say your thing, Harris.
Okay. Well, thank you, Randy. I'd imagine.
That was like the most awkward handoff. Say your thing, Harris.
Say it, Harris. Do it.
Harris is excited because he just gets to talk.
I am excited. I was gonna say, I'd
Just
imagine.
Don't stand up.
Since the Diamondbacks are spending more, that there is a higher expectation that has to be dealt with. So his hot seat amongst the owner went from in the past where the Diamondbacks weren't spending a lot, pretty cold. Now the Diamondbacks are top 10 in the MLB in spending. So pressure's on. Now it's getting pretty hot.
Well, at least they meant well. Just the Tip says the thing with drinking is that 2 is too many and 8 just doesn't seem like it's enough. Donnie says I wasted a lot of my parents' money in college on Thursdays when it was $5 Long Island iced tea nights. I don't know. I feel like Donnie's probably putting away more than 3 of those. Lost Toby says Harris was told as a kid that there's no stupid questions. He truly believed it.
I do believe it. No stupid questions.
There are so many stupid questions.
No such thing.
So many stupid questions.
No.
Radio Ron says Randy's 5 or 6 whiskeys really is each pour from a thimble. Where I go for whiskey, I get pretty happy after that second drink.
Wow.
Hello,
Good for you,
Radio
Ron.
Good for you, Ron.
Do you have any Irish genetics, Ron? That's why. Lost Toby says there was a time when Applebee's had $2 Long Island iced teas when I was in college. Good times. Yeah,
Oh,
I remember that.
Those times are dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, let's move on to the next thing. The Oilers last night took a beating, an old-fashioned Southern American beating from those Florida Panthers.
Yeah, they did.
6-1, 2 goals in every period. I mean, we were so excited because it was, it's a overtime. Oh my God, it's double overtime. This was just like the Oilers took a nap. And it just was just ugly. And there was some good fighting, too. There was some really good fighting there towards the end. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's like everyone on the ice was fighting. All 10 players were just all fighting.
I saw it. And
some guys were kind of half-assing it. And the other guys, what was George and that other guy, just pummeling each other and laughing about it. They were having fun with it.
Wait, did you say George was out there?
Not Big George.
No.
Who was the guy? Nurse. I'm sorry. It was Nurse.
Yeah.
And he was with Gad, man. You don't fight that guy. You don't. Jonah Gadjevich, that is the guy you don't want to fight with. But I think that Darnell Nurse was just trying to look like, because he kept doing this. He kept sticking his tongue out like he was enjoying it. And both of them were kind of laughing it off, but punching each other in the head. You're right, Lost Toby. The only thing that needed was a goalie fight.
Yeah.
Hockey's different, man. It's just a different breed.
I mean, hell, if you're up 6-1 or you're down by that much, why not have a big brawl? I don't think these teams like each other much.
No, they don't. I mean, a lot of history. And this game was mental. It was a mental game, folks, because Edmonton had 21 penalties compared to Florida's 14. I don't know if you saw it towards the end that caused the brawl. I think it was Tony Frederick who was hitting him. Trent Frederick, not Tony. Trent Frederick, my mistake. He was hitting him low, and then he was just kind of pushing him, and then he just decides, F it, and just swings high with his stick.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you, that's revealing right there. Like Edmonton is just letting Florida in their heads practically. And this is what the Panthers do. They out-physical you. They are more physical. They are the more mentally sound team they were last night because Edmonton got all they couldn't stay out of the penalty box. 85 penalty minutes for Edmonton.
America.
85. You kidding me? I mean, that's gosh, the Panthers just won this because of mental fortitude. That's
America.
That's what they get for booing our anthem, man. That's what they get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You Canadian maple syrup sucking sons of bitches.
Right. Yeah.
Moist One says, does Wayne Brady need to gad The Jet says, in college, we used to go to a local strip club that had penny pitchers from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. We didn't spend much money. Boy, would we get drunk every Thursday night. Yeah, those days are over. Those days are long over.
Yeah.
And now there's more cars out there, and you got to worry about the drinking and driving too, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
There's a lot of drinking and driving going on.
So here's the thing. At some point, them Waymos, when we stop, setting them on fire, if there's enough of them out there, you don't ever have to drink and drive again. It used to be, drinking and driving is wrong. It'd be like, well, how do they expect us to get our cars home? And now you just call a Waymo and they take you home. And then later you call a Waymo to take you back to your car.
Yeah.
And then, you don't end up in Tent City. Do they still have Tent City, by the way?
Tent City?
No, I
don't
think
jail.
so. No, I don't think so.
I've never heard of Tent City.
In the old days, Harris, they had, where the county jail was. It was the county, I think. And it was in Phoenix. And they didn't have enough room. So they had like army tents outside in a big fenced area. And it was miserable. People had to sit in Tent City sometimes for months. Just a Tip says Stanley Cup Final is the best of the top 4 sports. Razor blades in your feet, a club in your hand, a 6-ounce frozen rock all over the place. As a Rangers fan, I hate Florida, but they are playing the game the right way.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it's so good. You had to name it after the trophy. When anyone says the finals, they're like, NBA. When anyone says the Stanley Cup, oh, yeah, you know what they're talking about.
You already know.
Yeah, you already know.
So, all right, listen, we need to take a break. When we come back, we've got a lot of football to talk about today. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't do much preparation for the show.
At least you're honest. Not a lot of people are honest about that.
Oh, no, I'm honest. So here's the thing that makes us different here on the Daily Blender, or at least me and Randy.
Yeah.
We will admit when we're wrong, and we will tell you like it is.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody
expect anything less from y'all.
We don't say anything. We don't say sorry, and we don't explain anything. Yes.
No. That's something else, Randy.
It's been an adjustment to work with, but I figured it out.
The Jets telling me that Tent City went away about 5 years ago, by the way, along with the Joe's pink boxers that the inmates used to get.
Makes sense. That's right before
Sheriff
I came.
Joe. All right, we're taking a break and back after this. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go. Get it today, wherever you get your favorite apps.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
But do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canier, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
Summer doesn't mean the end of sports. There's MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, news, stats, scores, and more. If there's sports, we talk about it. We're 1580 The Fanatic. Let's go! And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Saw a thing that said, here's how you keep scorpions out of your house. I wonder if anybody's tried my idea. You make these little signs that say "Scorpions, stay out," and you put them down well,
they got to be small.
Yeah,
they got to be down
be
there.
like this small, and then you hang them right by like little areas by the cracks of the doors and stuff.
Right.
Maybe they'll respect the signs. We don't know. Scorpions might be law-abiding little critters. We don't even know until we try. Instead, we're just killing the crap out of them and spraying poisons and stuff. This scorpion's just kind of minding its own business, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh God, what is that?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do?" So I mean, we should give them a chance before we kill the hell out.
Right. Scorpions stay out, I believe, is
just a teeny little
the
sign.
best way. Yeah, those small ones.
Of course, then they'll feel like slighted.
Why do we have to stay outside? I want to go in where the air conditioning is.
Maybe they want to watch
we
some
should.
football.
Maybe we should make like little scorpion rooms.
Like I have to set aside little hotels for the scorpions to hang out in.
Maybe,
like little cafes, maybe. I mean,
maybe.
who will serve the scorpions? Because scorpion just going to turn around and sting. I mean, if you have a cricket in there, like, "Hey, welcome in," oh, you look tasty, and then they're just going to eat that thing.
Well, I mean, there's going to be mass casualties anytime a scorpion's around.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who's the service industry for the scorpion cafe?
Well, I mean, if you go to a Motel 6, scorpions already kind of have that.
What are you, low rent weirdo? Don't take your girl to a Hotel 6.
I never said I'm taking them to a Motel 6.
Why do you think I would give like a crap motel for the scorpion population? I'm not my little cafe. You notice how I said cafe and not Waffle House, Harris? I didn't make a scorpion Waffle House.
I stayed at a motel in
Scorpions
Albuquerque.
are classy.
Yeah, in Albuquerque. And
oh my God!
Let's just say,
what were you doing in Albuquerque?
It was
in Albuquerque.
I was driving from Dallas to Phoenix, and 16-hour drive. So I had to stop somewhere. And
you don't stop at Albuquerque.
I
should go on to Flagstaff.
I should move on to Flag.
Should have moved. How long of a drive would that be?
It wouldn't matter.
Like
you
2
never
hours?
stop in Albuquerque. You stop in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
You don't stop in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Yep. Should have learned.
What's your story? I'm sorry,
Jeffrey.
What was your story?
Oh, I thought Harris was telling the story.
That was the only thing.
That was your story?
I was just saying, scorpions, basically, you said there should be a hotel built for scorpions. I said they already have that. If you go to a Motel 6, it's pretty much
Did you see a bunch of scorpions there?
Yeah. Well, just a bunch of spiders.
But this is a spider hotel, Harris. Don't be a child. There's hotels for scorpions and some for spiders.
Yeah.
You can't put the scorpions and the spiders in the same hotel. You can't double book like that.
Still trying to grasp the hotel business.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's a lot to figure out.
Spiders are not scorpions.
No. Yeah.
You know who keeps the scorpions under control for me here is Responsible Pest Control. And they're not paying me to tell you that. And I'm still paying them way too much for their service. But yeah, that's who keeps the scorpions away from our house.
Is Pest Control a sponsor or no?
Did you not hear what I just said?
I was asking.
Responsible Pest Control is not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
But that's who I use.
Okay.
Is there something that comes over you on occasion, Triple H, where you're just all of a sudden your ears are turned off and you lose touch with reality just for a moment?
So I was him thinking about what he's going to say next.
I was looking at the audio at the beginning of his story, and then
it happened again.
And then I totally I blendered.
You
that
can't
time.
look at the blinky lights without phasing out.
Sometimes if I'm looking at it real intently, I need to look at it and then
Mm.
focus. And I was making sure the audio was good.
Wow.
It was good. It
Well,
was
you know
good.
how that's supposed to be, right? Green, maybe a little yellow now and then, but
Yep.
mostly green.
Yep. It's green with a little yellow.
Doesn't take that much concentration.
Yeah.
It's called
I know.
colors. It's color coded for your
Well,
protection.
you know what it is, Jeffco. It's the
What's that?
blinky. It's the blinky lights.
They're hypnotizing.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
hypnotized sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we can't have like a fan in there because he'd be like talking into it like Darth
Yep,
Vader
yep.
the entire
Yep.
time.
I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why does it sound similar?
Beeve, the Beeve says Gordy Park Motel for Scorpions. Las Tobe says Harris is clearly a bigot towards
Yeah.
Scorpions.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Jet says somebody needs to buy Triple H a map. If you're traveling to Dallas from Phoenix, Albuquerque is way out of your way.
Yeah.
You should have gone through El Paso.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've
Yeah.
already done that route. I just I wanted to go north. I
Uh-huh.
wanted to. And yeah, it wasn't the best decision in the world. But El Paso is also like, which one? What would
It's in
you
a
rather
song,
go?
Harris. It's in a song.
El Paso is in a song.
Something, something, the girl from El Paso. Mr. Pink Eye says, is Motel 6 a sponsor of 15A The Fanatic? No,
No.
but we would be happy to have them because,
Yeah.
like I said, we are total sellouts.
Yep.
We would not hesitate. Anything on this show could be brought to you by, and we don't even care. Shows are like, I don't like all these advertisements. I don't let it. We're like, no, it's, my
Please.
next thought brought
Yeah.
to you by,
Yeah.
we are money sucking whores. I mean, I'm not even
Absolutely.
gonna lie to you
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moist One
not
says, I
lying.
thought Motel 6 was for moths because they leave the light on for them.
Good one.
Mm.
Walter Mellon says, hey, Harris,
Hey, Walter Mellon.
do you know why they're called a hotel?
Why?
Because that hotel, everybody.
Wow.
I had a little something in my throat. I was about to do a Cat Williams on you right there. It just didn't work. Tank Blood says Beetlejuice would have a scorpion strip club. Baker's Coggy Hen says just get some feral cats in the area and the scorpions will go elsewhere.
There'd
I
be
don't
a-
want cats around.
Be a lot
Yeah.
of mass
No.
casualties.
We have a
in that
cat
area.
man that lives down the road. And no, man. I don't need cats around. That smells
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah.
Just the Tip says, well, let me know how your scorpion sign works out. If it's good, I might try it, for ex-wives. Okay. Quiet Gannon says, don't worry, Jeffrey, about being unprepared. Fourth Dimension doesn't expect that much anyway. And yet we give you a professionally planned out radio show
Absolutely.
every day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's planned that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what makes y'all so
Executed?
great.
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, what's up with Deion Sanders? He's got the beaties, right? That's what it is. He's got the beaties.
I believe it's the diabetes.
He's got the diabetes,
Yeah.
and so I guess that he had to go home and get himself right with the world. I guess he's been ill and out of the office. He was supposed to be at a thing, couldn't go to the thing, and then his son was like, "My dad will tell you soon enough what's going on." So he says, we're going back to Boulder. He says, I'm just waiting. So whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Deion Sanders, but when you have toes cut off and stuff,
yeah,
diabetes.
Unless
there's something else.
diabetes. Yeah. What does that have to do with him being at home, though?
What's that?
Did he start walking towards his office and he made a hard right turn, ended up at his house?
No. He
what
was.
happened?
I think he was in Florida or something in there, or Texas or something.
Uh-huh.
And that's right. He had been in Texas, and he'd been actually there dealing with the health issue. And so it's about getting back to Colorado for for practice and for being in his office at the college. So
Yeah. So the health issues are unspecified.
That's what
I'm
I said.
reading it as. You said diabetes.
No, I'm just guessing diabetes, but I also said that's all we know is that we don't know what this is, but it's probably diabetes.
Diabetes. Could be.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But whatever the case, he's not feeling well.
Yeah, I wonder what that dynamic's going to be for Colorado. because they have a bunch of transfers. And when you have a bunch of transfers like that, having your head coach is very, very important. I mean, they have a new quarterback, Caden Salter, coming from Liberty. They have a lot of new receivers. So they're probably going to need him there. I just wonder what that's going to be like, having that many guys without your head coach. You got to have an offseason to gel.
Well, I mean, I'm sure as soon as he's able, I mean, somebody can get the flu, somebody can get it, whatever. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't blame him for wanting to, keep it private.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. Absolutely.
Keep it to himself.
Take all the time you need. Yeah. Yeah.
I
was just looking at it from a football standpoint.
None of your damn business, Harris.
I know.
None of your damn business what's going on with Deion Sanders' health.
Yep. I know.
I'd like you to respect his privacy at this time.
Get well soon, Deion. I think Deion's great for college football.
Feel like you're not respecting his privacy at this time.
Wow.
How do you think I can be respecting it?
I don't know. You keep talking about it.
No,
you keep talking about it.
You got to quit talking about it.
Maybe respect his privacy at this time.
Well, I think Deion's entitled to whatever he wants to do.
See, there you go again. Not respecting his privacy. You're talking about Deion again.
Yep.
All right.
Randy, what do we got to do to get him to respect Deion's privacy at this time?
Maybe we can install more blinky lights in the control room.
Oh, no. No more blinky lights.
We add more blinky lights in there, and then he won't be worried about Deion Sanders and his private life.
So, yeah. Okay, well, I don't have time to put any more blinky lights in there right now.
All right. Just a suggestion.
That's a relief.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of hearing about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I mean, yeah, they're a happy couple. Hooray! I'm happy that you're a happy couple. All right. Yeah, she's a billionaire. Yeah, he's a football player. Yeah, he's going to come back and try to do better than he did last season. Blah, 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 blah. So it had been quiet for like 30 seconds about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, but then he was invited to a wedding. Did you hear about this? I wish I hadn't.
No, I had not. Yeah.
So
Travis
Cole
Kelce,
Cole Kemet, the Chicago Bears, Cole Kemet, he is getting married. He got married over the weekend, and I guess the event planner was, they taking the pictures and stuff, and she's like, "Oh yeah, look, we're doing the invitations and this," and you see an invitation in the picture that says to Taylor and Travis Kelce in elegant calligraphy.
Wow.
Table 13 assignment.
Wow. Taylor and Travis Kelce.
Not Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Taylor and Travis Kelce.
Oh, secret wedding.
That's what everybody's thinking. I contend it could just be, you don't need to put her last name down. It's Taylor. And look, it's Travis Kelce. He needs his full name.
Yeah.
She does not.
Why wouldn't she put down Travis and Taylor Swift?
Yeah, normally when somebody's married, it goes that way. But I'll be honest, you think it goes that way with me and my wife? No, it's Alex and Jeffrey O'Brien. It's never me first. I'm not going to complain, but I felt like it should go the other way, but it never does.
You yourself just said Alex and Jeffrey O'Brien.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the
Taylor
way it always
and
goes down.
Travis Kelce.
Right. So not Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Taylor and Travis Kelce.
What has happened since we've last been together?
Probably nothing.
With what?
I'm guessing nothing.
Oh, I think they've tied the knot. They've hitched up together.
Yeah.
They've become
maybe not
joined in marital bliss.
So here's the thing: they didn't go to Cole Kemet's wedding. However, he went to his cousin's wedding in Tennessee, and I don't know who his cousin is, but they were all over the place with weddings and stuff. But yeah,
wow.
So now that's what people are saying, and I just don't care.
I don't care.
Here's the thing: I'm not aggravated.
Yeah.
By Taylor Swift showing up on the screen for a couple seconds during a football game.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't bother me at all. It's kind of cool because you look up and you're like, hey, look, there's famous people up there with her. Hey, look at that guy. Hey, look at that gal. And then you're like, okay, back to the game. It's not like, how is your life harmed by just one brief glimpse of Taylor Swift?
I've never been bugged by the whole Taylor Swift thing. The most potentially popular musician on the planet is in the building. What are you going to tell the camera guys to do? Oh, don't shoot her. No, you're going to get a good shot of her. That's what you're supposed to do. It's what gets the ratings. Like I'm I'm sorry. That's just the way the business works. So
But I just don't understand people who get triggered by it.
I don't understand.
I can't watch the football.
I think they're just finding ways to hate the Kansas City Chiefs because they can't stand the success that they've had.
That's that sort of Patriots vibe from.
Yeah,
a
I
few
don't
years
like
back.
Kansas City either, just because they are so good, and I respect them. But it's just
I like him.
a lot of it's
I like Andy Reid. I like Patrick Mahomes. I hate his family. I like Travis Kelce. I like all those guys.
A lot of it's so unique. Like we've never seen anything like the Chiefs, the whole dynamic with the Mahomes and the Swift. It's just odd.
Baker's cocky hen says Taylor Swift is a wholesome girl. Pretty confident they're not married, and she is still a virgin. She is absolutely still a virgin. The Jet says,
Great
it's been
report.
driving me nuts since you mentioned it. Down in West Texas, town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Walter Mellon
Thank
says
you.
too many blinky lights, and he might go full Manchurian candidate on you guys.
Yeah.
Why do you think we broadcast from home? Hour 2 is next. Daily Blender, 1580, The Fanatic.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com, sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
With Target, this Father's Day will be epic. Get up to 30% off gifts for dad. Plus, buy one and get the second one at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target's Circle. From stylish apparel and top fitness gear to amazing games and Lego sets, you'll find the perfect gift for him no matter how he dads. Now through Father's Day, save up to 30% on select gifts for him. Plus, buy one, get the second at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target Circle. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply.
My name is Mary Grace. There are a few misconceptions about Alzheimer's. It's not just memory loss. It's the loss of mobility, the risk of falling.
For more information, contact the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org, sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona, and they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike, and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
My name is Mary Grace. There are a few misconceptions about Alzheimer's. It's not just memory loss. It's the loss of mobility, the risk of falling.
For more information, contact the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org, sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harbin Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And we're down to 2 hours of, I think, NFL football to talk about.
Yeah. It's getting to be football season.
No more hockey? I'm bummed.
Oh, I mean,
Well, what's to talk about? The next game doesn't happen until when? Tomorrow or the next day?
I had some more pointers on that game. I thought that was a really revealing game.
Well, you know what? You go ahead, Harris. You go ahead. I didn't prepare crap for the show. So why don't you go ahead and regale us with tales of Florida beating the Oilers 6-1 last night, and many nice fights happened during this contest. And what do you have to add to all this?
I will. So I talked about the mental edge that Florida displayed in hour one, and I'll talk about that again. You saw with the high sticking that caused the big old brawl at the end of the game that Edmonton just kind of lost it. That Florida got in their head and they were rattled. They spent 85 minutes in the penalty box. But there's this too. So you look at the score and you say, oh my gosh, it was 6-1. I'll bet you Florida dominated in every facet. So actually, total shots, Edmonton had more shots on goal than Florida did. So what it came down to was the goalkeeping. And that can be the difference sometimes. That was the difference last year in that game 7 as well. So my question, Edmonton's run has been great. They were underseeded because they've been injured. But the biggest question with them has been, is this just a hot run from Stuart Skinner? Can Stuart Skinner, Edmonton's goalie, continue this pace that he's been on? Because Bobrovsky, he's won trophies as being the best goalkeeper in the NFL, NHL repeatedly. So he has established himself in this. We should believe that he can keep up this pace because he's shown it. Stuart Skinner, on the other hand, that remains to be seen. And right now, Florida got the better end of this, not because of anything they did. They did have the mental edge, but because of the goalkeeping. And that's why I think the Panthers are going to win the series.
Wow. All right. Well, because I thought that before you thought it was going to be Edmonton.
Yeah,
I did.
That's what I thought.
I did. It was a really, really like 51-49 type thing where I thought Edmonton just had a slight edge. One thing too, I thought McDavid would continue. We haven't seen a lot from McDavid.
Yeah,
like,
we haven't seen some assists, and that's about it.
Yeah, we haven't seen as much from him as I'd presume. I'd imagine he'd get going, and that's what's going to bring this to 7. But there's just something about goalkeeping that's incredibly sustainable. Typically in these types of matches, the teams with the best goalkeeper always wins. We saw it last year. So I'd imagine that that's what's going to be the thing that puts Florida over the edge and gives them back-to-back Stanley Cups.
Heckler Jones says, who the heck is this Harris? Yeah, well, he hasn't texted in since February when he said, who the heck is this Ralph? So Donnie says, wow. Hot take there. Picking the defending champs to win after last night's waxing.
Yeah.
Stepping on a big old limb there, huh?
I think they're going to win. I think the goalkeeping is going to be what gives them the edge. And
you did. You did. You just hedged your bets. You just were like, 49-50. So no matter what happens, you don't look wrong.
Yeah.
One of these days, we're going to need you to actually have some conviction, Harris.
I couldn't decide on this one. And
allow yourself the risk of being wrong. Randy and I do it all the time.
All the time, man.
That's what being married's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Not to each other.
Right. Of course.
But I would. If he needed immigration status, I'd marry him.
Oh, yeah, that's super kind. I would too, probably.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I would too.
As long as he's not a filthy Canadian.
Ooh, can't have that.
No.
Can't be booing our national anthem.
No, I think you know me better than that.
Yeah, I do. You'd never do such a thing, Randy.
No. So, Randy.
Yes?
You got to be a little, first thing I'm going to say is excited about this. Then the other part is maybe a tinge of concern. Okay? Well, I haven't told you what it is yet.
Like that? You mean like that?
So,
is that what you're talking about? Yes.
First, you see right there, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. the third.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
No, just wait, let me get that's last year.
All right.
And next to it is him this year.
Do
you see the difference?
I do. My God.
What the kids call swole.
He's swole, man.
He's been working out, and
he has,
His arms is way bigger than they used to be and defined. He's put on some weight of muscle.
Yeah.
Almost so. Not quite.
Almost bigger than me.
Yeah.
So, okay, is that good for him in that position, or is that maybe because remember what happened with Tiger Woods? Tiger Woods, best golfer ever. And then he's like, I'm going to get jacked so I can hit the ball farther. And he got jacked, and it screwed up his entire game.
You just called Tiger Woods the best golfer ever.
I thought that's what most people generally agree.
No.
He's the best golfer ever.
It's Jack Nicklaus. It's Jack Nicklaus.
So we'll have that argument in comparison another day.
Okay. Okay.
We're not going to do that right now.
There's more majors. Who said that?
The question,
Jack Nicklaus didn't get jacked and screw up his career and then shag a bunch of Denny's waitresses and have his Swedish wife chase him down the driveway with a 9-iron. There's a few. You got to think about context, Harris.
Yeah. You're
back
right.
to Marvin Harrison Jr. the third.com. He is worked out and he's huge. And I worry it's like, okay, putting on that extra weight, could that possibly take away some of his speed? And then he's just a guy who's going to be now a little bit more DK Metcalf-ish who can compete for a 50-50.
I think that I think it could go two ways here. One, if he's put that kind of muscle weight on, he's also had to be working out with his footwork and working on his speed as well. So I'm not worried about his speed. What I am worried about is his ability to reach out and grab a ball that might be in the vicinity where he can't quite get to it because of the size of his muscles. I know when I have an itch on my back, my arms are so huge and bulky.
They're massive.
Because I put on a lot of bulk and I can't get around there. I have to have Miss Kim scratch my back because of that. And I think Marvin Harrison Jr. the third.com has the same sort of issue facing him as we go into this 25-26 season. However, I do like the look. He is swole. I like the look.
That's what the kids say. They say swole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Swole.
Swole.
Sigma. I typically say Sigma. He looks pretty Sigma.
Sigma.
What the hell's Sigma?
Alpha.
Sigma.
Alpha just means what it means.
Yeah.
It's a Latin letter, but
Sigma. Yep.
You don't even know which letter.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what Marvin Harrison Jr. the third.com does this year for your Arizona Cardinals.
Absolutely.
I want to give my 2 cents on Marvin Harrison on that look.
Being swole or Sigma.
Yeah. Being swole or Sigma. Well said, Jeffrey. You're getting the lingo. a little bit.
Get on with it.
No.
You'll be like Mr. Roboto.
Jeffrey is not the lingo guy. I am the linguist
He's
on this
not
show.
the linguist. You're not a linguist. You're not cunning. You're not a linguist.
I am the guy that came up. And by the way, I'm a journalist and a weatherman. I am the multi-talented guy on the show.
0%.
Anyway, go ahead, Harris.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. I think the golf example that you gave, Jeffrey, I don't agree with that logic. Although, because golf and football, I mean, they're two different sports. Golf, I mean, it's all about precision and accuracy with some distance as well. That matters. And Tiger's not the only guy that happened to. Remember, Bryson got insanely jacked, and he started hitting the ball
because he got mad at another guy.
He started hitting a bunch of houses, and now he's gotten toned, and now he's a top 2 golfer in the world right now potentially. So I'll just say that football's a different sport. You want to be as strong, as fast as possible. You want to be able to break tackles and have a low center of gravity. You want to be able to beat guys at the line. You want to be able to have those strong arms to nudge jamming corners. I
think it's a fair concern, though, if you put on extra weight and bulk, even though it's effectively muscle that can help you wrestle a ball down. Extra weight can affect your speed. I would almost bet that if Marvin Harrison Jr. ran a 40, it would be slower than the one he did at the combine.
I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think
it's
so.
Not a dig. Listen, I'm sure he'll still be plenty fast enough. Nobody runs combine speeds in games. It's just a matter of what is his focus and how will this affect his play? Because if they're expecting him to be a speedster, then all of a sudden you lose that speed. Now you gotta play him in a different way.
But is this an offense with the Cardinals where they want
Blender at 1580thefanatic.com.
That is loud in my ear.
Wow.
Why
Sorry
did you
about
do that, Randy?
I accidentally hit the button here.
Did you put your elbow on the keyboard?
No, I moved my
Oh.
hand and it hit the keyboard and
Wow,
then it
I'm
fired.
awake.
Was that loud in your ear too, Harris?
That was as loud as it could get. I was looking something up and I threw my phone.
For fantasy football.
Yeah.
Well, no, now that you mention it, everybody, if you want to play fantasy football with this year and you didn't already get yourself in the league last year, that's where you send it. Blender at 1580fanatic.com.
Yeah.
Hell were you saying there, Randy?
I don't remember now what I was saying. I got flustered.
Ralph from Harmon Solar says he still needs to figure out how to run a route, get open, and on top of that, have a dwarf throw him the ball into some sort of an opening.
Yeah, I don't think this team is a team that attacks you over the top. I think this team is more of a slant type of football team. You know what I mean? I
I
don't
thought you
think
were going
they.
to say this is a team that talks about you bad behind your back. And
Oh,
points
they
and
do that
laughs.
as well. Hell yeah, they do that all the time. Hell, they get together and they have like group smack talking sessions. But other than that, I don't think this is a team where you got to have sprinters on the outside that go deep and you try to throw the ball downfield. I think this is what the hell is that? It's
Come
not
on,
me.
Harris, be
What
a
is this?
professional.
Where is that audio coming from?
What are you doing,
Oh, my
rookie?
God.
Yeah, that was me on my phone. A video
Oh,
popped up.
sorry.
I was looking
Sorry.
at that was my fault.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
it was one of those ads. I was
I
looking
think
at
this
some stats.
I think this Cardinals team is more of a slant team. They just kind of cut you and hash you and they slice your in between your linebackers and your D-back. And what are you
I just
doing?
wanted to fit in, so I just turned on my. This is an old song from when I was in junior high.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
crowded house. Thank you.
Dream within.
Oh, here's a banger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love this song.
Oh yeah.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
a
What
good
were you
one.
saying? What were you saying just now?
I have no idea what I
It
was
was very
saying.
important, I think.
It was something about the Cardinals, and I can't remember now.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is now too big to catch a ball.
No.
This will be the end of his career.
I don't think so. I think this is
Absolutely
good. I
false.
think this is a guy that can battle now for a ball. He's going to be strong, and he's going to be this year's MVP.
Whoa.
Here's Randy.
Yeah.
He could be this year's MVP.
Whoa.
But
Oh, no,
here's
he-
what
he
it takes.
will
It takes
be.
a better quarterback to make
Yeah.
sure he gets enough touches.
Well, I can't help that Kyler Murray is only 5'3".
I think
can't
Marv
help
is going to have a breakout year this year. I think he's going to be really freaking
Did you
good.
just call
if
him
you
Marv?
say
I did
Marv,
call him Marv.
by the way, you're not a Colts fan. You take his name out your
Marv
mouth.
Jr. So I have a
But listen, listen. You don't have the quarterback to make that happen, to have a breakout year. He's not going to have a breakout year as long as he plays with Kyler Murray.
I think you do. I think you have. A
I
quarterback
think
who
there's a
can suit him.
possibility because the way they used Dwarf last year, and I like the way that he said Ralph said that the Dwarf. I like that. As long as he's the quarterback, you have to move him around and get him open to throw, and I think that's what the Cardinals have been doing. Also, they're using the run game effectively. So do you set up the run off? You set up the pass off the run. That's why I said this is not an over-the-top team. This is a slashing team.
Right.
This is a team that slashes you between your linebackers and your secondary. And I think this is a team that is going to be successful this year. I think their running game is going to be successful. They fixed some issues on the offensive line, and they sure as hell have got a couple of pass rushers on the edge of that defensive line now.
Ralph from Harmon Solar says, as far as speed and muscle, look at DK. Yes, but DK's speed did decrease when he kept putting on all that muscle. I'm not saying
No.
he got slow, but he got slower
It
than
did
he
not.
was before. Look at his combine times. Look at his top speed when he was running routes and catching balls. You put on the muscle, you are going to lose a little speed.
So DK Metcalf and Marvin Harrison were vastly different prospects coming out of college.
I'm just talking in generality of bulking on muscle affecting your speed.
It's not worth the comparison. When you watch them on tape, DK is typically used in a go route and a deep ball, his agility and the combine. So he was very good in the 40. But you look at his agility score, so certain 3-cone things and agile drills, he tested in really low percentiles. Marvin Harrison is not that type of player. Now he can run fast, probably not as fast as DK straight line, but he's quick. Marvin Harrison can get open on a slant. He can get open on a post. He has a complete route tree. I wouldn't say DK has a complete route tree.
Let's see how he is now with the extra. You haven't seen him yet.
He will be getting better.
Okay.
Well, I'm very sure.
I hope you're right. I'm not trying to pull him down.
Sure.
I'm saying that there's always a trade-off.
Yeah.
There is always a trade-off when you go for bulk over slender, speed or brute. There's always a trade-off.
I watched Marvin Harrison in college too, like talking about how him and DK were in college. You know what happened to Ohio State in that national championship game when Marvin Harrison got hurt? They were up 31-15 on Georgia. People forget that. They did not score a point when he got hurt, and Georgia came back and won the game. And that's a team that had first-round receivers after him. Emeka Egbuka was on that team across the board. Also, I think Kyler Murray can support a good receiver because DeAndre Hopkins went for over 1,400 yards with Kyler Murray as his quarterback. He's capable of doing it. I'm a Kyler Murray centrist. I think Kyler Murray has a polarizing fan base. There are guys who think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Just give him a shot. There are guys who think that he should no longer be a starter in the NFL. I'm right in the middle. I think he's a quality starter. I think he needs to prove himself to get over that hump, as most understand. But he can support a breakout season with Marvin Harrison, and I think it's going to happen next year.
Shall see. Quiet Cannon says you'd expect that Marvin Harrison had a training program to sign for wide receivers, agility and strength. I think I know what you're saying. Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Says Jeffco. This will be the Smurfs' best year.
Smurfs' best year.
Swave Dave says, so which is Marvin Harrison Jr. Going to be? The bulk or the slash? We will see, I guess.
He could be both.
Hefty Lefty says Metcalf is only 7 pounds heavier than he was in college. DK was jacked coming out of Ole Miss.
He was jacked.
He is older now, though.
Yeah.
Okay. He spent his entire career in the NFL jacked, so he is what he is. But I'm saying when there is a change, there is a trade-off. Hamilton Porter says, I don't know, DK's speed seemed pretty okay when he chased down that interception against the Cardinals. That was just pure rage.
DK's got straight line speed like no other. I said Marv doesn't.
I didn't say he didn't.
Marv Jr. doesn't have the straight line speed that DK has, but he's much more agile and much more complete of a route runner than DK was.
Oaktown Destroyer says, Jeffrey, I got the invite to League 2 again. I can't wait. Well, make sure that you respond to the emails that were sent out to everybody in the league saying, hey, you got to respond to this or you're going to get kicked out. So make sure you have done that, Oaktown Destroyer. If you've already done it, then you're good. Last Optimist says, Marvin Harrison Jr., the third.com, was never known for creating separation or having speed in the first place. Hopefully this helps his abysmal contested catch rating, though. He can't create separation, so he better be able to catch that damn ball.
You didn't watch Ohio State in college. You didn't watch what happened to them.
You watched when Marvin Harrison Jr. last year.
He was a rookie.
What you saw last year is his reality right now.
He was a rookie.
He has the tools to do it. What is he waiting for? He waited 17 games to pull out what he was amazing at in college, Harris.
Funny enough,
his reality is now.
I don't think he's a good contested ball guy. And I understand that he can do a lot more than that. And he will get better as rookies.
I hope you're right. Because listen, that is the son of one of my favorite players from the Colts. Yeah. Moist One says they didn't call him Maserati Marv for nothing. And by the way, if Kyler's a Smurf, who's Gargamel?
By the way, Marv,
hey, don't skate past that question, Harris. You give that question respect. If Kyler Murray is a Smurf, who's Gargamel?
I have no idea.
Damn you, Harris. Don't leave Moist One hanging like that.
Sorry, Moist One. I was going to respond to the first one.
What do you think? Who's Gargamel in the NFL? It's Mason Rudolph.
Yes.
Mason Rudolph.
Yes.
Was that so hard, Harris?
I got heated. I got heated at the Marvin Harrison slander because I don't think any of it is valid. He
What's
also
slander? There's
Yeah.
no slander. It's saying that's a concern.
you comparing
when
him to
somebody
DK
puts.
Metcalf.
I wasn't even comparing him. I'm saying DK Metcalf is a big muscular guy, but I would bet that when you put on the muscle like Tiger Woods. Listen, I'm not going to redo the whole thing. Hamilton Porter says, well, now he has Will Johnson guarding him in practice, the only guy to shut him down in college. So maybe that'll help him figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome to get to practice against the guy, be on the same team and practice against the guy who will make you better. That's actually pretty cool. Moisman says no, but Myles Garrett is Gargamel to Mason Rudolph. Okay, well then, Myles Garrett is talking about putting people in graves. He's talking about putting.
I saw that
putting Aaron Rodgers in the graves, but he's talking about his Halloween decorations, all the quarterbacks that he has sacked and stuff. So, don't make a thing out of it.
Yeah, it's not anything more than it is.
Last Optimist says Marvin Harrison Jr. had the poorest separation and contested catch rates in college out of the top 4 wide receivers in that draft.
He's a rookie. It'll develop. That's what rookies do. They get in through experience. They get better.
He says in college.
Oh,
he had the poorest separation and contested catch rates in college.
That's just not true.
Random Texter says, not sure why would anyone would call the Colts the Smurfs. No, he was in call. No, okay. Random Texter, Kyler Murray is the Smurf. Just try to get it straight.
Also, one thing too, I don't know why everyone's saying like Marvin Harrison didn't have the best year in the world, but him and his dad, actually, you look at their stats. Marv Sr., his rookie year, 64 catches, 836 yards, 8 touchdowns. Marv Jr., his rookie year, 62 catches, 885 yards, 8 touchdowns. They're near identical.
But irrelevant.
They're just identical. Like
Cute,
rookies
but
take
irrelevant.
a little bit to develop.
It's not identical. You know why? How many games were there in the season for the Colts, Marvin Harrison?
Okay, there were 16 and there were 17.
Right.
But
so
Marv also missed 2 games. Marv Jr. missed 2 games. So he
shows
played
you
less
he's a
games.
slacker. Listen, I'm not trying to tear him down.
He's a
Played less
slacker.
games.
I hope he has an amazing career. I'm not trying to tear him down. I'm just saying when you put on weight, sometimes there's a trade-off. I am 20 pounds overweight. If I lose this weight, I think I'll be like skipping through the halls. Golden Domer says, I put 30 pounds of muscle on my 40 time in my 40 time improved from 4.1 to 4 flat. Sincerely, Ralph from Harmon Solar.
Wow.
That was all lies.
Wow.
I love how now you're giving me the time cue. When Harris wanted to argue and he was just like focused,
sorry.
he's like, I've got a lot to say. And then he looks over, oh God, it's 5 minutes late. Oh.
Yeah, I got heated. I think Marv Jr. is going to be a huge breakout candidate.
And understand,
next year.
I am not tearing him down. There's 2 things that are concerning for me, and maybe I'm wrong, and I'm wrong. I worry about putting on extra muscle weight might slow him down a bit. The other part is he's got Kyler Murray throwing to him, so I'm not that enthused about him as the prospect to break out, like you say.
Yeah.
Guess what? I hope I'm wrong on both counts. I really do. Hamilton Porter says, remember that hit that retired Kurt Warner? I could see Myles Garrett doing that to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Different rules, though.
I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers hurt. There's only one player I want to see hurt, and that's Deshaun Watson, because he has it coming. But I might kind of grin a little. You know that meme that has Dwight from The Office looking out some blinds?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That'd be me.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back and pick it back up again because a lot of people have a lot to say. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
All systems go. Listen to our live stream on your phone at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's your captain speaking. To the passenger with the Mirror Fast Soft Chews, smart move.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Can't blame you. Mirror Fast works fast, but without the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Close the curtain, Carol.
From the makers of Miralax, new Mirafast soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Look for Mirafast at Walmart today. Use as directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
This Father's Day, visit Boot Barn for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to durable jeans and outdoor gear, our in-store experts can guide you as you shop, assisting with boot sizing and helping you navigate the store so you can find the perfect gift. Share a piece of the American spirit with him this Father's Day. Boot Barn, unwrap the West.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply.
My name is Mary Grace. I lost my mom to Alzheimer's in 2017. And 2 months after losing her, my dad was diagnosed. The earlier the diagnosis you have, the more time you have with your loved one. With my dad, now that I know what's coming, I'm able to create memories not only for him, but for myself. So when he can't remember, I'll remember for him.
For more information, contact us at alz.org or through the 24/7 helpline at 800-272-3900. Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
The Rich Eisen Show.
If Travis Hunter's out there standing where he is, if he can help Brian Thomas and he can help on defense, what are we doing? And he's smart and he can handle it. And Dion put him in, like, what do you think? He hasn't had coordinators tug of war with him saying, you come in my meeting, you come in my meeting? Yeah. I don't care. Listen, hydrate, put him out there 100 snaps a game. Got to do it.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at 9 a.m. on 1580. The Fanatic.
Today's Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Happens every day. Somebody earlier today typed the word start. And so it said, hey, well, thank you for opting in. And other people say, stop saying that. And then all of a sudden they're blocked from the text line.
Oh,
So
cannot.
everybody remember, if you don't think your texts are getting read or they're not coming through, just as a little test, just type in the word start and send it in. And then maybe your text will start flowing again.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
The word
Yeah.
start.
So anyway, what were you saying, Randy? What was going on?
I was just saying, though, you got to type in the word start. Don't say stop. You've got to
Yes.
figure out a different way to communicate quitting. Say quit.
Or just know that when you do that, you're going to have to hit start again.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, it'll kick you out of the system if you type stop.
And now, Hefty Lefty says, here's a good alternative. Halt. Instead of stop, say halt.
Yeah, alto. That's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the text line and see what we've missed here. Oh, look, Harris's dad is on the text line. Oh, I see. He's been texting in for days and we didn't see him.
What did he say?
I'm not gonna read all of them, but there's a nice picture of a helicopter. He says Jimmy John is our newest neighbor in Fork. Wait, hold on here. The screen moved here.
Jimmy John
in
or
the
Jimmy
Fork.
Johnson?
He says Dr. Andrews perfected Tommy John surgery from Birmingham. Oh, so the guy who perfected the Tommy John is who he is, and that guy has a helicopter.
Well,
interesting.
I would expect that. Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
he missed all sorts of stuff from your dad. He must have hit stop a long time ago. because he's talking about having beers with Harry Carey. Let's see.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Cubs broadcast.
He showed, oh boy, I think was it yesterday? Man, them some serious chunks of meat that he had on that Weber grill right there.
Oh boy.
Did he send a picture?
Oh yeah. Big,
Oh man.
thick chunks of meat. That's some manly meat right there. I know that sounded wrong, but I don't even care.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he sent a picture of us on a TV, I believe, in your house where it says you're Jeffrey O'Brien. I think that was from yesterday.
Yep.
No, that's from today. I guess he saw. That's weird.
What?
No,
That must have been from yesterday.
it was from yesterday because you're wearing pink yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say anything about you wearing pink?
I was wearing red. It's just the color.
Sure you were.
Yeah. it's just the
Anyway,
color.
he says Marvin Harrison Sr. would make a catch and hit the deck. He was terrified of a hit or getting tackled. Don't remember that. I remember his stats being just fine. You're just a bitter Tennessee Titans fan.
This is where the Titans versus Colts fan
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
in. Yeah. This is where the bitterness comes in.
You should type stop again. Just the Tip says Kyler's parents moved in next door to me. We helped them move in. Kyler's mom, Missy, invited us over for drinks, but did caution that Kyler couldn't get the top shelf liquor though. That was a long way to go for that joke there, Just the Tip.
Yep.
T-Licious says, damn it, I did it again. He says, sounds like Junior wants to be the next David Boston. Quiet Cannon says, Marvin Harris had a tall quarterback throwing him passes in college. With the Cardinals, he has a short quarterback throwing him passes with a different trajectory. He has to adjust to that this year, hopefully, and then stop dropping some of them catchable passes. I don't know if that's really the factor.
That is
If
not.
the ball gets there, the ball gets there. If you're dropping it, it's on you.
Kyle McCord's like 6'2", 6'3", too. He's not like insanely tall. It's just a ridiculous logic. I don't this Kyler slander. I'm not for it. Okay.
I don't care if you're for it. It's happening.
No.
Lost Toby says, I put on 20 pounds of muscle on my junior year in college and I lost a ton of speed. I had immediate regret when the season came along. See, that's exactly what I was talking about, Toby. Sharp Cat says, you guys are starting to sound like the guys down the dial talking about the D-backs and Cardinals and Suns. How? There's no way we sound like the guys down the dial. Nobody
It's the
talks
guys
about
down the
anything
dial.
in the weird ass way that we do, Sharp Cat.
What's the guys down the dial? What does he mean by that?
People from other radio stations. What do you think that
Oh,
means?
I think the way he's saying it is just they're probably bummed, and then we're bummed too. That's probably what he's saying.
I don't know what
guess.
he's saying. I'm not
Yeah.
going to try to interpret it.
Yeah.
Harris wants to know what we're planning for Triple H's birthday.
You mean Dad?
Hmm?
Dad.
What
You
I
said
say?
Harris.
Oh, yeah. Harris's dad.
Yep.
What are we planning for his birthday?
We don't even know when it is.
It's in 2 days.
Oh, we didn't have nearly enough time. to
Oh
know.
boy. Yeah.
I'm pretty low key about it.
Yeah. That's good.
I can be
Leave a
pretty low
mark.
key about it. Although
I guarantee you will be low key about it.
I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the lady is planning a surprise party. So I
The
don't
lady?
know. Yes, I have a feeling.
Why do you think that?
I just sometimes you can just sense it. And just the way she's
You're
talking
gonna be sitting
about
there
it.
all sad and
When no
nobody
one
jumps
shows
out of the
up.
closet or anything.
I was thinking of like a bunch of my friends. We were just gonna watch Star Wars. That was literally gonna be it. Like,
Huh.
just a few of my roommates, and that was gonna be it. But I think that something is brewing, and
See, his girlfriend, you can tell, loves the badasses.
Oh yeah.
Loves the badasses.
What do you mean the badasses? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Harris walks into the bar and everybody's like, ooh, easy, easy. That guy likes Star Wars. Easy, easy, easy.
Take it easy. Don't mess with that
Yeah,
guy.
don't mess with
Don't
that
make
guy.
eye
He's got a
contact.
lightsaber. Yep, don't mess with him.
He
Yeah,
knows
could
all the
use-
trivia.
He could use the force
Yeah, he
on you.
does.
Yep. Yep.
Swave Dave says maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. needs a better glove endorsement.
He did struggle with drops last year. But
What do you want for your birthday, Harris?
what do I want for my birthday? I don't know, man. I haven't quite gas money. That
He wants
Gas-
gas money.
Gas
All right.
cards. Yeah.
gas money. That's the only thing that came in my mind. How's that? I don't know.
Randy.
Ask
Should we go down there and like buy him a slice of pizza or something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That would be nice, but I'm not going to ask you to do that. It's up to you.
Hey, Randy.
Yes?
You
Yes.
say you're not grilling so much now.
I'm not. I have covers on all the equipment now.
I saw, because for the rest of the country, it's like grilling weather. And, Harris's dad sent over pictures that would make anybody jealous with big old chunks of lovely beef on a grill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I saw this thing. There was a list of 10 foods you should never grill.
Okay.
I want to
10
just get
foods
your take on this.
you should never grill. All right.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
They say soft cheeses. Well, no kidding. They melt immediately.
Yeah.
But they're saying don't top stuff with brie or mozzarella. I put mozzarella slices sometimes on hamburger patties.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're talking. If you get the slice, you're fine. But if you try to like dump a bunch of shredded stuff on there, it's going to go gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here they say delicate fish fillets you shouldn't grill. You put them in some foil, but don't put them directly on the grill. They'll stick and tear.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say leafy greens shouldn't be on the grill.
Well,
why would you do that? It's
no kidding. Yeah.
It's not.
Although
there's no
you
reason
can
to grill spinach
in cast iron, you could take the cast iron, put it on the grill, and you could put like some olive oil, a little garlic, and you could put some spinach in there and wilt the spinach around. Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Raw eggs in a shell. You know why you don't put raw eggs in a shell on the grill?
Blow up. They'll blow up.
They'll explode. In fact, I'm thinking I'd maybe have a couple of eggs on me and go to a backyard barbecue and just walk over and put one on the grill and walk away. Guy standing there, maybe not paying attention, and then that's fun.
Yeah.
Bacon. Don't put bacon on the grill because they say it'll drip, tear, not cook evenly, might set the grill on fire. Unless you can use a smoker like Randy talks about, but don't put it directly over flames. If you do that, you better have some sort of a pan to catch that grease.
Yeah, well, I usually, when I put it on the grill, I use cast iron. I put it in the cast iron. But
soft tofu.
I would
why?
never,
What
ever
are you, a communist?
I would. Why buy it? I wouldn't even buy it. So.
Jesus. If you have a grill, you're not eating tofu.
No.
Guaranteed. Nobody with a grill is eating tofu.
I agree with that completely.
Oh, and don't put frozen shrimp on the Barbie. You let it thaw out overnight first. So you put the frozen stuff on there, you get scorched outsides and frozen middles, and you're going to get everybody sick.
Huh.
So don't put frozen shrimp on it.
All right. All right.
And they say don't do extra lean burgers. They dry out too quickly on the grill. You're better off with the cheaper meat that's 20% fat. That's true. It makes a juicy, succulent burger.
Yeah. Listen, if it's not 80-20, I don't even do it.
I agree. Yeah, sometimes them
70.
lean burgers, my wife is like, let's have the lean burger. And you just feel like you're chewing like all
Yeah. Like shoe leather. Yeah.
They say don't put thick root vegetables like beets and big carrots. They won't cook all the way through if you just toss them on a hot grill. Then they get weird. So I wouldn't even bother. And then watermelon. Don't put watermelon on the grill. It just makes a mess, falls apart. But then last year, grilled watermelon was a big trend. But if you're going to do it, use thick slices and leave the rind attached so you have something to deal with and handle. But
why the hell
I don't
would you put watermelon on a grill?
Leave that in the fridge or floating in the pool. That's how you
Nothing
keep it
like
cool.
on a hot day, hot summer day, nothing like a chilled piece of watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well said.
Lost
Thank you.
Toby
Of
just
course.
did a good idea. He spelled out stop but with the letters with a zero. So ST0.
That is a good idea. I
Good
like it, Lost
one.
Toby.
Well, he is also a lawyer.
Yeah, good one.
Just the Tip says the Ark saved chicken wings, ribeye steak, and pork loin. They didn't save tofu. I'm on God's side on this.
Yeah.
The Lord set the menu. Don't blame us.
Exactly.
Number one Rattlers fan says, even though I'm still warming up to Harris, I'm going to give him a heads up on your birthday with your driver's license. You get free Joe's Barbecue downtown, Gilbert, and then Denny's Grand Slam breakfast if you go with your and say, hey, it's my birthday.
Oh, no kidding.
Happy birthday on your 21st birthday. So now you can drink, Harris.
So let me first off. Second off, let me write that down. Say those two places again. Denny's,
Joe's
Gilbert
Barbecue, downtown Gilbert, free food.
Barbecue.
And then Denny's, everybody's known that forever.
Yeah.
Denny's Grand Slam breakfast.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yes.
Last
Awesome.
Optimist says that advertisement on TV said if you're struggling with the drops, you should probably talk to your doctor.
Are you guys struggling with the drops?
Struggling
No,
with
but Marvin
with
Harrison
the
Jr.
drops.
is.
Ah.
Harris says we smoke, not grill. Did strips, ribeye, beef, tenderloin, smoked marrow, smoked corn, smoked beans, smoked taters.
Good.
Smoke.
You
It was
said
one of them
Boy.
green egg
Wow.
grills.
You
when I
said
saw it.
Harris
Oh,
again.
the Kamado
I
grill.
shouldn't,
Yes.
I shouldn't have said Weber. I just couldn't remember the name
Oh
of it.
my God, the Kamado grills are so efficient, and they get hot very quickly. They're so good. They're so good. What was the about?
I
Triple
was
H?
saying you just got Randy going. Everyone look
Oh.
out.
I know we got
come on.
Swave Dave
Look
going, and
out.
I don't even know what it's about.
I got the Kamado grill. I got the
Randy.
Weber, and I like both of them. Yeah.
Swave Dave says that lift was ridiculous. People just don't use common sense. They should have added, don't put your styrofoam coffee cup on the grill.
Yeah.
I think he meant that list. And
Yeah.
nobody said anything about coffee. Lost Toby says Randy and Jeffrey are no call showing the show for his birthday. Harris just gets to sit here for 3 hours and talk, and it'll be the happiest you've ever seen him.
I would be. See this grin on my face? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be pretty happy. Oh
we'd
no,
all be
Jeffrey,
fired.
Randy aren't showing up. No, bummer.
Fighting Wampa says item number 11, Otter Pops. Those are horrible on the grill.
Oh yeah, I
can see
agree.
that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
melt on the plastic.
And the plastic. Yeah.
Anyways, we have to take a break. You know who reminded me of this? Not Harris.
I literally did this.
You
I
know
was
who
giving
did?
you the signal.
Moist one reminded me.
What? I
He
was
said-
giving you the signal.
He sent me something I'd read and said, hey, you should look at that during your break. You know, the one you're late for.
Oh boy.
Harris.
Dang it, voice one.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go. Get it today, wherever you get your favorite apps.
Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
I'm Angela Gonzalez, reporting from Phoenix. We're talking with the community about Phoenix Police Department. Ma'am, what do you think?
Oh, I love them. They're our local heroes. We've had some problems around here with break-ins and people using drugs on the streets. The police work with our community to have a presence in our neighborhood and keep our streets safe.
Thank you, Phoenix Police.
Gracias a la Policía de Phoenix.
Thank you, Phoenix Police.
Rise to serve. Find more today at joinphxpd.com. Protect and serve with the elite.
Sponsored by the City of Phoenix.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Well, Harmon Solar has the answers. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, and listen, there's a couple of ways you can go here. One, visit harmonsolar.com, browse around, because right across the page, they got links to all sorts of great information, like frequently asked questions, equipment, tax credits, even testimonials. Or just give them a call, 800-281-3189. Ask them directly. They'd love to hear from you. That's 800-281-3189. Or just go to harmonsolar.com.
We talk sports. 1580, The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Harris, you have tacos?
I like
make your own.
I have
You make your own tacos, or do you go somewhere and get them?
I can make my own tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like making your own tacos?
Oh, yeah.
And Miss Kim, she made some homemade tacos the other day with some shredded chicken, and she bought some of these tortillas, and they were habanero tortillas. Oh,
banger!
Damn, it was good.
Oh man, that sounds good.
Refried beans and hi Jeffco. Hey,
hi Jeffrey.
Why? What happened?
Oh, there he is. He's back.
I'm in trouble.
You're in trouble?
Yeah.
Why are you in trouble?
I just came back up from downstairs.
I could tell you were out of breath.
He's out of breath.
I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
So downstairs,
yes,
here at Casa de O'Brien,
yes,
I poured some stuff down the drain. Now, you know how where the wash machine drains into that pipe, that hole there.
Yes.
I pulled that pipe out. Pulled that little hose out, and I poured some stuff in there. It was like a
Drano.
No. It's the stuff that it's science. I can show you. It goes down there and it's bio engineered to. It eats the stuff in the drains.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. So it smells nicer.
All right.
So I poured a ton of this stuff down there, which is great because now that the pipes are good.
Yeah.
And then my wife is all of a sudden, damn, that was like a day or two ago.
Huh.
So all of a sudden I get a text. It's flooding. I forgot to put the tube back in.
Oh boy.
So she had ran the dishwasher, the wash machine, the clothes washing machine, and she closes the laundry room door. That hose. I said, well, the good news is the tile downstairs has never been cleaner. She did not find it funny.
No. No.
So in 1 hour and 13 minutes, that's going to be my ass.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Is she down there
like,
with a mop cleaning it right now?
Yes. And she's like, how do you forget that? I said, listen, as I get older, get used to it. I'm probably going to forget a lot of stuff. You can't trust me anymore.
Jeffrey, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you.
I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, but I mean, I didn't do it on purpose. Here's what it was. I had a funnel that I put in there because I thought I was being smart, and I poured that stuff because you didn't want to get in your fingers, nothing. Mm-hmm. And I wanted every last drop to drip off that funnel before I pulled it out because I didn't want to make a mess and stuff.
Right.
Well,
right.
We have a different kind of a mess. At least it's just a soapy, dirty water. It's dirty, soapy water because it's the washing machine kicking out after it had just done the wash. So it's dirty, soapy water.
Oh yeah.
So,
there'll
be some repercussions later, I think.
And you said your wife was in the military.
Not now. No,
or was
I
said
a
was
long time ago, but we don't like to talk about that too much.
Oh, I'm just saying it.
Listen, she's Hispanic. That by itself should be enough.
Yeah. You're right. That should be enough.
There were
probably coming my way.
Yeah, there were probably some Spanish words uttered that don't need to be on radio.
Yeah, can't have them on radio.
No, you know how I know she was really mad?
How?
Complete and complete English.
Oh. I thought it'd be the opposite though. Complete Spanish.
I thought she would go total Spanish on you.
Yeah, total Spanish.
Nope. It's scarier when it's all complete and
wow.
perfectly non-accented
See,
English.
at least if she goes total Spanish, you have no idea what she's saying.
Jeffrey, I wonder what's in your next shake. You know, those ones you usually get. I wonder what's
I'm
in
either
there.
not getting a shake or she's going to bring in a big shake and watch me drink it. Donnie says Harris seems like a white people type of taco guy.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that, Donnie?
What kind of taco? What's your go-to on the tacos, Harris?
How do I usually like it? Cheese, guac,
American cheese.
I can do that. Literally any
Beef?
type of cheese. Beef, cheese, guac. I like.
What do you use for the
salsa.
seasoning?
I usually don't have I'm not picky about the
Donnie,
seasoning,
you're
actually.
100% right. He is a white people type of taco guy.
Yeah.
The fact that he would put American cheese was a big red flag. When I said, what kind of seasoning? He says, none. Yeah, that's not a taco. That's not a real taco.
Well, I can do any seasoning and I can do any cheese. So I guess you say I'm versatile.
Tortillas or shells?
I go back and forth on this, honestly. Tortillas.
I like a nice street taco, but my wife actually has been experimenting with shells, and then and then we started having tostadas. So yeah, there's no going wrong with the combination of taco type food.
I think it's safe for me to say I bet you're not having tostadas tonight.
I'm gonna have to lock the door up here.
You're probably gonna. Yeah, you probably are.
So Fighting Wampa says Harris Taco sounds kind of like a hamburger to me. Yeah, that's what it is in a crunchy shell. It's just hamburger in a crunchy shell.
You got to get some refried beans in there, seasoned up refried beans. You got to get some guacamole. You got to get some
Salsa.
seasoned. Oh, you got to get some of that shredded chicken sometimes, shredded beef, or as I like to say, machaca. You put that in there. Oh my God! It's been simmering on the stove all day in the large pot, and it's so tender and so good. And you put that in your taco, and then you stuff some salsa in there, and you get you some peppers in there. Oh my gosh, Taco Day! I love Taco Day.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. So let's talk some football, shall we? We got an hour or so left of show.
Yeah.
Shamar Stewart was the first pick in the NFL draft by the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep.
And they still have not signed a contract. And Shamar Stewart doing something very brave for a rookie NFL player. He's calling out the front office.
Wow.
He says, I'm 100% right. I'm not asking for anything y'all have never done before, but in y'all case, y'all just want to win arguments more than win games. And his agent says, we all agree that he's right. Who's Trey?
Hendrickson. He's
Trey
the one
Hendrickson.
going through the contract
He's
negotiations.
the defensive lineman.
Oh, so Shamar Stewart, I'm confused. So
what's confusing?
I don't know. So defensive lineman Shamar Stewart is okay. So he's just on Trey's side.
Oh, is he?
Trey Hendrickson's side.
Oh, is he?
That's what it is. He says Trey's 100% right to sit out. Technically, he's 99% right and 1% wrong for being under contract. He says, in my case, I'm 100% right, so it should be a no-brainer. So both Shamar Stewart and Trey Hendrickson are sitting out?
I guess. Let's see. Is Shamar Stewart
I told you I did very little preparation for today's show.
I didn't see anything about him sitting out. Oh, yeah, he is. He's currently holding out. I don't know how I missed that.
So
it was from
but
a
let's
while
get
ago.
back to the number one draft pick of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
What is the option for the Bengals if he doesn't sign that contract?
Well,
they retain the rights and he just doesn't get to play.
Well, the reason why they drafted Shamar Stewart was probably, their defensive line they were like bottom 5 in the league in sacks last year.
Yeah.
But that was probably why too, to have some insurance in case Trey Hendrickson, packs his bags and goes another direction. Now all of a sudden, they don't have as much of that. So you'd have to think with these two things going on that there's going to be a sense of urgency now in these contracts.
They thought they were going to have some leverage with Trey Hendrickson, and they're not, because the tables. Oh, how the turntables! The rookie is like, I'm sitting out
Not
too.
so fast. Yeah.
So,
but the rookie though, I mean, what can they do? What does the team do if he doesn't sign the contract? They still retain their rights to him. He can't play for any other NFL team.
No,
unless there's a trade of those rights.
That's correct.
Or he comes to the table. So yeah, the team has all the leverage over him. I just don't understand what he thinks he's doing.
Well, he's doing what he thinks is right with his contract, and the team's got leverage with him. He's not going to play anywhere else. And that I don't know that really bothers him. He probably made some good money in college, and he's probably going to be fine. But bottom line is, the team now has lost leverage on Trey Hendrickson. This is sort of a gotcha kind of situation. I guess the front office needs to figure out a way to talk and work with these guys.
Two separate things, though. Let's focus on Shamar Stewart. So, I mean, regardless of what's happening with Trey, Shamar Stewart got drafted. What more can he expect? What is he asking for that they're not giving him to sign that contract? What's he even allowed to expect?
He's not under contract, and so he could say, I'm not playing for you guys. Trade me. That's what could happen. But we've never seen anything like that happen before. So not sure. We'll have to see how this thing unfolds.
What does he want that he's not getting?
More money.
That's it.
That's it. More money.
How much more money? How far apart are they?
You don't quite know.
I don't blame Cincinnati. They're like, you know what? There is a rookie contract right here, and it's the same one everybody else gets. Why are you special?
I think Cincy needs to pay Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, well, that's a separate thing. Shamar Stewart
and Shamar
playing with fire over there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's 2 hours down and 1 to go. We'll come back and talk more football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
With Target, this Father's Day will be epic. Get up to 30% off gifts for dad. Plus, buy one and get the second one at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target Circle. From stylish apparel and top fitness gear to amazing games and Lego sets, you'll find the perfect gift for him no matter how he dads. Now through Father's Day, save up to 30% on select gifts for him. Plus, buy one, get the second at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target Circle. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
When life gets overwhelming, but you just don't feel like talking, help is only a text away. Trained and caring crisis specialists are available by text 24/7 to assist with suicidal thoughts, substance use issues, depression, anxiety, and more. You are never alone. When you need help, please text HOPE to 4HOPE. From anywhere in Arizona, text the word HOPE to 44673. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to HarmonSolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast too. Check it out. Go to harmonsolar.com. That's harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Oh, by God, it's bad downstairs.
Shoot, man. Tell us more. Tell us more.
So if you're just joining us, a couple of days ago, I poured some chemical treatment to make things smell nicer in our pipes down the laundry room drain, you know, where the washing machine hose goes in and then the washing machine drains out right there.
Yes.
And well, I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good job right there. Thank you. And I was being very tidy. I had a little funnel that I stuck in the hole and I poured the stuff in, and I was like, I should let that drip to where there's nothing else left so I don't make a mess. And then I promptly, completely forgot about it. So here comes the wife, does a load of laundry today. And I asked her, so did you hear the water? She's like, nope. So basically when the load of laundry was draining out the dirty soapy water, had the rinse cycle and the spin, and it drained out again. All over. Luckily, the laundry room door was closed, so only every single thing that was in the laundry room got doused in wet.
Oh boy.
So I just went down there and unplugged the 220 for the dryer, and unplugged the washer and moved them back. And you're like, wow, that's a lot of dryer lint. And so it's like a spring cleaning.
Wow. Would you look at that dryer lint?
The kind of stuff you don't normally see until you move. You know what I mean?
Oh,
boy. Yeah.
So I was trying to be so that's the thing. When you do something like that, try not to be too positive.
Right.
I was like, hey, good. That way, it's clean. And she didn't think that was
no
great.
Nope.
Yeah. I said, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. She's like, I know.
Oh.
I was like,
the last thing she wanted to do today was clean the laundry room.
Yeah, well, here we are.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Like I said, nice knowing you, Jeffrey. Nice knowing you.
I'm heading to Randy's
Wow.
house.
Yep.
Well, you should.
Might be
Yes, you
heading
should.
over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'll help you when the show's over. She's like, well, is that convenient? Because by then it'll be done.
Wow.
Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Good
That
point.
actually works out for me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. It does work out for you. What a coincidence.
Yeah. In this case, though, I feel. Listen, when I first had a baby, and I went to change my very first diaper. This is a true story. My son Tyler. This is like 30 years ago, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And I was like, I undid the diaper, pulled it back, and then he immediately this crap right up my arm. This green new baby goo.
Oh.
Nice. My response was, ah! And his response was,
yeah.
I didn't have to change another diaper again for almost a year.
So it worked out for you.
I thought that was a fair response, but then I was deemed unworthy to change diapers. I'm not going to lie to you. That kind of worked out for me.
It did work out for you. Baby.
The
boy.
other kids,
Yeah.
I had to change all kinds of diapers there. So.
Oh boy. Yeah.
By the way, that's a little something. Every one of my kids has crapped up my arm at one point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Why not? Right.
There was one time when I actually threw up in my dad's mouth. Yep.
Oh no, that happens. That happens to a lot of people. That's not even exceptional. Yep. I went and grabbed my daughter, had her like this. She puked up over my head and then back down the back of me. It was like a fountain.
Oh.
So, but yeah,
my dad
gotta love the babies. Gotta love the babies.
So much moisture comes out of just
Yep.
Didn't seem like they should contain that much. Anyway, back to whatever the hell we were talking. Oh, that's right. Holdouts.
Football.
So Shamar Stewart holding out.
Holding it.
And Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
He's holding out. TJ Watt also not attending Steelers mandatory minicamp. I guess he wants a new deal.
Yep.
But his last deal was a 4-year, $112 million deal, average of $28 million a year. But then Myles Garrett comes along and, he got himself a big contract.
Yeah. Resets the market. Yeah.
Averages $40 million.
Wow.
And has 123.5 in guaranteed money. And TJ Watt says, we're going to have to fix this over here. So that's what he's holding out for.
Trey Hendrickson,
similar deal.
Trey Hendrickson should be paid.
Because that's not who we're talking about right now.
Oh, you mentioned Trey Hendrickson.
Yes,
along
I
with
said
TJ Watt and all them. Yeah.
But we're talking about TJ Watt right now.
Okay.
Because TJ Watt deserve the Myles Garrett money.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the way this guy plays. I don't know about more, but he deserves at least to be there. And he should be able to get a super contract. This guy is reliable. He shows up. He plays hurt. He's effective. He continues to rack up sacks every year. He's a go-getter. He's a good human being. This guy 100% deserves a Myles Garrett type contract.
So I've got a question with the Steelers. Does TJ Watt deserve that type of money? Yes. Should it be from the Pittsburgh Steelers? That I don't know.
Well, we're a little late in the day to argue that point. They should have had figured that out if they were going to trade him a sign and trade so he can get his money and play for a different team.
Yeah.
Feels like that should have happened a few months ago.
Well, the Steelers seem to be doing this thing where they go from Ben Roethlisberger to Russell Wilson to Aaron Rodgers, where they're just kind of hanging on a thread and getting quarterbacks who are on the ending parts of their careers who have won, thinking that they can get him and we can win a Super Bowl with this guy, and it hasn't worked out. If you're Pittsburgh, why would you go all into winning now and pay TJ Watt? Why would you instead, if you trade TJ Watt to a team that wants to win now, you could get a lot of assets for that. That's why I said Cincinnati should pay Trey Hendrickson, because they're trying to win now. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, I don't know if they are. So that's why I think they should trade TJ Watt, because you get a ton of picks out of that.
Well, I mean, who said that the Steelers were trying to win now? I feel like the Steelers are trying to subtly not win now for Arch Manning reasons.
Yeah, they did sign Aaron Rodgers.
That's a good way to tank. Terry McLaurin is not attending mandatory minicamp either.
Yeah.
And word on the street, Micah Parsons will attend camp, but he's like, I ain't committing to participating, though, without a deal.
Again? Didn't he just get a deal?
Again.
Wow.
The Parsons thing is interesting with the TJ Watt thing. Like, should they... if you're Dallas, do you think you can win now and go all in with Parsons? Although I think Parsons he's a bit younger, so he should probably be paid. But yeah, he did just hold out last year, so this is interesting. Terry McLaurin, on the other hand, Washington just went to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
If McLaurin doesn't get his money, Deebo Samuel's their 1, Noah Brown's their 2, then you probably think of like KJ Osborne or Jalen Lane, who they recently got from San Francisco. So Washington needs McLaurin. They need to pay him.
They do.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way they don't. So
they will.
Moist One says Bengals tried adding a clause that can void future guaranteed money in Stewart's contract. They've never done that with any other rookie. So he's holding out saying, yeah, why me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilbur says, just found a high-end meat butcher near my home, and they sell hamburger mixed with ground bacon.
Wow.
That'd be interesting. Kind of like a salt. It's almost
Yeah.
like a way to salt
Yeah,
it.
You're lucky, man. Wow.
You know, we could do that. We could just take some, if there's ever any bacon left over, we could crush up some bacon and smoosh it into some hamburgers.
Mm.
Ooh, I want to try that. Thanks for the
Yeah.
idea, Mr. Wilbur.
Yeah.
Swave Dave says, sorry for the late taco comment, but does anyone else ever try frying their flour tortillas so they're very flaky and flavorful? Yeah, we do
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
We have on the same pan we use for quesadillas, when it's taco time, you take the soft tacos and you put a little cheese on the pan and put that on top of it and kind of, it grills it into the tortilla. Lost Toby says Harris likes cauliflower tacos.
Do I? I mean, sure. I'm not picky with my tacos. I could eat anything.
I've had cauliflower mashed potatoes, like mashed potatoes. It's not, it's trying to be like imitation mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad with
Pretty good.
butter and salt. So.
Pretty good. Okay.
Delicious says, I heard the Bungles were offering him less than someone drafted after him, unless I misheard. No, I think we just covered what the actual reason is.
Yeah.
Lefty says, I wish I could find something to make my pipes smell better. My coworkers walk into a mustard gas situation after I go to war in the bathroom.
Wow.
That is 100% different issue.
Yeah.
Just get a can of Febreze and have it on the back of the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah. Or some of that poopery, that stuff you spray in there before you destroy the toilet. Yeah.
Kiss the Cook says,
Or
24 years. 24 years. We had so
Okay.
much lint and dog hair. I made a freaking pet out of it. Oh, you didn't clean under your washer and dryer for 24 years? Dear Lord.
Oh.
Good man. Good man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fire hazard right there.
Hmm.
Moist One says, this is the last year of Micah Parsons' Project Steel.
Dallas is just in a bad spot in general. Like they should have never let go of Dan Quinn. He
You
should have
can
been the head
keep
coach.
kicking that can down the road, but then the road ends.
Yeah.
And you're dealt with the consequences. And that's where Dallas is.
Yeah, Dallas should have. I don't know why they stayed with McCarthy. And look what's happened to their defense since they let Dan Quinn go. And look what's happened to Washington since they've gotten Dan Quinn. Yeah, Dallas made a mistake there, and their whole defense is just suffering.
So here's the thing about Dallas.
All right.
Jerry Jones has a ginormous ego. And because of his ego, what does he do? He's slow to fire coaches. Why?
Yeah.
Because if he fires a coach, what does that make him? Wrong about hiring that coach. That is why the Clapper was there way longer than he should be. Mike's 3 sandwich eating McCarthy has got all kinds of years left, even if he stinks it up in the place, because Jerry Jones can't ever admit that he's wrong.
Roast beef.
So better keep the craft service table stocked up, because Mike McCarthy, he's a buffet molester like none you've ever seen.
I don't understand the Schottenheimer hire to this day. Like he was the OC at Dallas for a while, even though Kellen Moore called most of the plays. He was a coaching analyst, a passing game coordinator for Jacksonville in 2021. What? Like it just, and I think he was the passing game coordinator during Trevor Lawrence's rookie year.
Well,
too,
and
that was complete dumpster fire. So it's
and I think what Jerry was trying to do there, and I'm probably wrong here, I usually am, but I think he wanted that young coach feel, that young head coach feel. He had McCarthy. McCarthy didn't work out. His offense, his philosophy didn't work out. Now he wants to bring in that younger head coach, somebody younger than McCarthy, somebody younger than the Clapper, a guy that he thinks that maybe can relate to the team better than these older guys. A head coach that's got a lot of excitement and exuberance and can maybe take this team to the next level. I think that's what he's thinking. As far as Micah Parsons go, you're right. They are in trouble in Dallas because Jerry has made so many wrong moves, paying so many wrong guys, and then losing out on those deals. You can't let Micah Parsons go, can you? If you're Dallas, you've got to keep Micah Parsons around. The defense is falling to pieces as it is. If you let Micah Parsons go, I mean, what are you telling the rest of the league?
Yeah, so he's set to enter the final year of his rookie deal, and he wants $40 million per year. So he wants that TJ Watt, Myles Garrett money, and he kind of deserves it. Look what's happened to the defense since he's gotten there. So, I mean, Max Crosby got $36 million, so he wants a little more than that, and he has the right to think he's that good.
Everybody's always looking in the other guy's shopping cart, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thief of Yep. Joy.
So
comparison's a thief of joy is what I'm saying.
Ask me, how lucky am I?
How lucky are you,
How
Jeffco?
lucky are you, Jeffrey?
I'm a Colts fan. And, so here's two reasons. Oh, am I so lucky? Anthony Richardson is on track to return to training camp. Exciting, right? Exciting.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, guess who's trying out? Guess who's on my field right now?
Colt McCoy.
No.
Peyton Manning?
No.
Andrew Luck?
Desmond Ritter. How lucky am I? Oh, yeah, he's trying out at the mini camp. It's a tryout. Remember when he was on the Cardinals, Randy?
Yeah.
Remember what he did for you guys?
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, the lowly AFC South peasant. You along with the Titans. Yes.
We're still better than you. We're still don't even
you're
speak
just
to me. Don't even make eye contact.
You are a little bit better than us, but not by much. We're a little similar. Just a little bit.
We got Anthony Richardson. Oh. We've got Desmond Ritter. We got Daniel Jones and Riley Leonard and Jason Payne.
Talk about later.
Who, by the way, is a quarterback and a receiver. So, he could throw and catch the ball.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But can he throw it to himself?
Yes.
Marcus Mariota could do that.
As long as it bounces off somebody's helmet.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't throw it and catch it first. He's got to ricochet that thing, and then it's legal.
So he's got to be accurate. Does he have that type of accuracy?
No. Tiger Paws says they're saying that maybe the Colts should go get Kirk Cousins. Who's they? I want to send them a
Who
card.
is there? Yeah. Who is they?
A card, right? Yeah.
I'm going to send them like a fruit basket.
What's going to be in that fruit basket, Jeffco?
Pile of dung.
Yeah.
I mean, the Colts, what was their record last year?
It was shut the hell up, Harris.
No. I'm not trying to.
I don't want to talk about it.
It was 8-9. It was 8-9.
It was a losing record.
You go and get Kirk Cousins, who's been around that record range his whole career. What are you really getting? You'll be what? 9-8. I love Kirk Cousins, but the facts are the facts.
He'll get injured.
I'm a big Kirk guy.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
You seem to be big guys of all the guys who are elderly or no longer effective.
Yep. I can be.
You can't say guys because you don't even know what that's about. Do you have audio, Randy?
Just sounds cool.
I do have audio.
Guys. Yeah, that's there used to be a boner pill guy on our station.
Mm-hmm.
Guys. And he'd start his commercial with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was Dave Nash. That's who it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys. Yeah. Guys.
Yeah. How about a great love life? For erectile dysfunction or premature issues getting you thrown for a loss, come to Summit Male Medical Center.
Yeah. That's what it started right there. Guys.
If I want to start a conversation about boner pills, that's how I'm starting it. Guys.
I dare you to start a conversation about boner pills with your mom.
Oh,
hey mom.
No.
I found this in Dad's room.
Mom, Jeffrey showed me this ad. And frankly, I think this is it. Guys. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Marley for 3 says
Marley
the
for
Colts
3.
are in a win-win situation. Richardson on a rookie deal improves. Danny Dimes and a cheap deal improves. Or they have a high draft pick to reset their QB situation. That's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking Archie Manning, Marley. What was that, Randy?
I couldn't find Marley for 3, but I found this.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
Marley for 3. There you go. No, it wasn't Submit Male Medical. It was Summit Male Medical.
Yeah, Summit. Yeah.
That's something else. All right, listen, let's take a break and come back. We got a bunch more football to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender? Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com. Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
With Target, this Father's Day will be epic. Get up to 30% off gifts for dad. Plus, buy one and get the second one at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target Circle. From stylish apparel and top fitness gear to amazing games and Lego sets, you'll find the perfect gift for him no matter how he dads. Now through Father's Day, save up to 30% on select gifts for him. Plus, buy one, get the second at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target Circle. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
It's time. Time for the pro to get everything for the entire job, all from one partner. To get access to over 3 million products, including many products you won't find in our stores. It's time to get delivery on your schedule or next day on over 50,000 products. And time to get dedicated support on the job site or in our stores. From ordering to planning, we've got you. One partner, any job, all in. Ask about all we can now do at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
It's the bone-crushing hits. The searing sounds of training camp. Come on, knock your ass back! All gas, no brakes. Let's go! Soon, the new recruits will show up for minicamp. And then, it's down to business in training camp. When it comes to the NFL, we talk about it. We're 1580 The Fanatic and always on at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for the NFL.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Delicious says, hey, any of the fourth dimension on the west side, 43rd Avenue in Bethany, they got some cheap gas. $2.99 a gallon, cash only.
Wow.
Who has cash?
43rd Avenue? I'm
Yeah.
writing this down.
43rd Avenue in Bethany, $2.99 a gallon, cash only.
Yeah, wow. That's good.
Cash only.
I rarely have cash.
I will get some cash.
So Harris, let me tell you what this means. The math on this.
Yep.
Cash plus this. I'm showing my wedding ring.
Yeah.
That's a minus sign. So you end up with no cash. It always finds its way out of the wallet. Although my wife will come to me every now and then. She's like, hey, do you need $20 for cash? You want to put it in your wallet? If it was $40 for cash, put it in your wallet. I'm like, yeah, I don't know why we're playing this game because you're just going to get it out of there anyway. You're just going to take it out. It's not like I'm just holding on to a couple of pieces of paper for her, I think.
Yeah.
So if she wants it or needs it, she's like, oh, hey, you got cash, right? You know I do. You know I
got
do.
cash. Yeah.
I'm just holding it for you. So, but hey, I mean, one of these days it'll come in handy.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's talk some more NFL. So here's the thing. Travis Hunter now has the third best odds for both offensive and defensive rookie of the year.
Really?
Third best odds. Well, okay, let's take a look. In the offensive aisle, Hunter's odds are plus 900 at FanDuel.
The only people ahead of him is Ashton Genty. He's at plus 250.
Yes.
And Titans quarterback Cam Ward plus 320. So that means Genty is favored, right?
Yeah, he's favored.
And Cam Ward is next. Okay. Then Travis Hunter on the defensive side, he's plus 1,000 to be defensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
And Abdul Carter is plus 250. And Falcons linebacker Jalen Walker is now plus 700. Those guys are more likely. So then what the hell is all this noise about Travis Hunter? I thought like he would dominate one of those two, offense or defense.
Yeah, I mean,
can't win them both.
They don't-
That's a huge long shot.
They just don't know what position he's playing and what that's going to look like.
So it's
that
uncertainty.
takes a lot off. I mean, him at plus 100 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think is a good value. The reason why I think he's going to be, if they do pick a position, I think they're going to try both. And then they may decide, we're going to lean towards one position more. That's what I think. So offensive, him playing receiver makes sense to me because of how much they paid Trevor Lawrence and how important his development is, regardless
Did he win the Heisman based on offense or defense? Or did they
Both.
just say he
Both.
as the player he is?
He's best player. He won it on both. I mean, he led college football in receptions and gave up like a 46 passer rating. So he was like elite on both ends. So.
Let me just say this. If he was on any other team, he might have a shot at both. But I don't think he's going to be able to do what he needs to do on the Jaguars.
Why is that?
Just it's one of those things where perception of the player, if the team ain't doing well, like, oh boy, he's got these stats, but then there's just the buzz is gone. And then a lot of times if you're on a lesser team, you're not put into positions for success. So I'd say being on the Jaguars is one of the things that hurts his chances the most to win both.
I think Jacksonville can actually be really good. I mean, having Cohen's a solid hire.
Has not been my experience being in the same division as you so far.
No, it hasn't been for since like the late 90s.
Right.
With them. But man, I'm a big believer in Trevor Lawrence. And I know the first 3 years have not gone as expected at all. And I get that. But sometimes you have to look at the situation and see the cards he was dealt. He's never had receivers like this in his whole career. His best receiver before last year was Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk. When you have Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, you've got a lot of guys who are capable of opening things up and capable of getting open.
Yeah.
Look, I saw Trevor Lawrence in college. He was one of the best college players, quarterbacks ever.
We have yet to be impressed, Harris.
I know. I give him the benefit of the doubt because of how he's 6'6". He can move anywhere. He's got a great arm. I think a breakout is coming for him. I think there's a reason Jacksonville paid him a good amount of money.
It is going to be fun to watch and see what he's able to do.
Yeah.
And you can't just watch game one and think you've seen what Travis Hunter is. You gotta come in maybe around game 6. You got to come around game 6 where he's gotten comfortable and he's doing his thing. That's the one you watch with the critical eyes.
Now you're talking about offensive rookie of the year odds. I don't know if I'd bet on Travis Hunter or Genty there. Genty at 250 isn't terrible. Before today,
he's favored.
Yeah, before today, I was going to say RJ Harvey at plus 2,000 is a great bet for offensive rookie of the year. He's the running back for the Broncos, recently drafted out of UCF. They did just sign J.K. Dobbins, so that bet's going to be out of the window.
He's going to probably not get as much time with the ball.
No, I thought he was going to get a lot in a really good situation with a good quarterback, but now they're probably going to split. Omarion Hampton for the Chargers. Harbaugh loves to run his running backs into the ground.
He's the
at plus
damn
1,000.
ground.
He's at plus 1,000. At Carolina and North Carolina, he was a beast. So I'd have to think he's going to get some touches there. That's probably your best value is Omarion Hampton at plus 1,000.
Again, I don't care about value on this show. I care about who's going to win. That's the thing that, that's why the guy who used to kill horses on this show, he would always be horrible at NFL fan pick'em picks because he would try to take the value. It's like, dude, it's a yes or a no. It's an on or an off. It's a win or a lose. There's no value. You don't get any extra for getting the pick right by choosing the underdog. This isn't betting. It's picks. Who are you picking to win the rookie of the year for offense or defense?
All right. So I have an explanation to that. You started listing out the betting odds.
So I'm just talking about the betting odds for who you think will win, not who you're going to actually bet on.
So when you said betting odds, I said that's going to be the best value. Because when you bet,
sure, and you want to drop $1 on it, fine. But the most important thing on this show is to know, who do you predict or who do you see actually winning it?
I think Genty's going to win offensive rookie of the year.
We should write this down. Hold on.
I think Omarion Hampton at plus 1,000 is a great value and worth a sprinkle.
Hold on. I just found it.
Yeah.
Worth a sprinkle.
Worth a sprinkle, Rand.
Okay.
Worth a sprinkle.
Worth a sprinkle.
Win. And Omicron? What? Who?
Omarion Hampton for the Chargers.
Omarion Hampton.
Yes.
Hampton in.
Omarion
Hampton
is in.
Yes.
Yep. And
Hampton in.
Genty's just in. Geno's a good quarterback. Pete Carroll's a winning coach. He's the clear starter. He's just in a great situation to be able to deliver immediately, and he's good enough to do it immediately.
Isn't Chip Kelly the OC there in Las Vegas?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, he is the OC.
So you're going to have a solid offensive coordinator in Vegas with Ashton Genty.
Yeah, and Jeffrey, when you talk about who's going to win, it's a different conversation than who you're betting on. So I agree with you there. It's a tip to the fourth dimension. If you bet and say, well, who's going to win, and you ignore what the numbers are and the value is, you're going to lose money doing that. If you look at best value for who you're betting on, that's how you bet and how you make money.
But if I think dude number one is going to win and dude number one is favored to win, but then dude number three is a plus 1,000, but boy, dude number three, he's been looking good. He might win. I'm still going to take dude number one because I think he's going to win. I don't like to throw anything away.
So
that's why I have historically been top of the picks, even though I can't win the damn money.
So a pick'em is 50-50 odds. There are no odds in a pick'em. So you
Look at what
have
he's
to
doing
take.
to me right now. He is tearing me down. Randy.
You have
He's
to
tearing
take,
me down.
No.
Why you want to tear Jeffrey down?
I agree with your philosophy on a pick'em. You don't look at any
money
value.
this year. I'm betting it this year.
You say who's going to win, and you have to take it straight up. So
and that's how I'm going to do it this year. I am going to bet my picks, but I'm going to bet my picks. I'm not going for value. I'm going for the wins.
Yes.
All right. In a pick'em, I agree with you. If you're taking a team at a certain price, you have to look at the price. It's like when you go to the grocery store and you say, I want bacon. Say the bacon's $18. Do you think that's a good value?
$18.
But I want bacon.
I'm just doing it. I don't care.
But I want bacon. See, then you're
How much does
spending
the
a
pig
bad
cost?
value. A bad value. I don't know, actually.
Once the bacon and the pig cost the same, I'm still buying the bacon.
Yeah.
But once the pig costs less than the bacon, then I'll buy the pig and I'll make
There it is.
bacon.
There it is. Yep.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. But if you're talking bacon, it's a whole different ballgame, Harris. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, Harris, what you don't want to do is start to get Jeffrey amped up about bacon. Because
I love bacon.
He will absolutely go Tasmanian double on your ass. You need to be very careful when you're talking bacon with Jeffco.
Yeah, don't mess with bacon.
I'll be careful.
No, don't mess with Kevin Bacon.
Careful. Don't mess with any of the bacons.
Two things. Don't mess with Kevin Bacon. Don't mess with my regular bacon.
Yeah.
You can do what you want with Canadian bacon because that's just chunky ham. That's not really bacon, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we doing? All right. Commando Duke says Jaden Blue, running back from a team I hate, will win the offensive rookie of the year.
Jaden Blue.
From Texas, Jaden Blue. Interesting.
How come he's not in the discussions with anyone?
He was drafted a little bit late. But the Cowboys, he's drafted by Dallas. He might be in a sneaky good situation. I feel like you could get some good value there. So I'm going to see. I'm looking
But that
at
is
what
a
he's at.
committee, though, and that doesn't mean he's going to lead the committee.
No. I'm looking at what he's at because Jaden Blue was drafted kind of late, but Dallas only has Javonte Williams, who could be a bit injury prone. And they got Miles Sanders, who I've just seen teams aren't super sure on him. So Jaden Blue has an avenue to be a clear starting running back and a team with a solid quarterback. So that being said, I like that logic a lot.
Very
and once I
astute
find the price,
observation, Commando Duke.
once I find the price, I may bet on that.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Commando Duke.
Well done, Commando Duke.
Moist One says, what are Cam Ward's odds?
Jaden Blue, by the way, plus 5,000. Just found it. Cameron Ward is at plus 350. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's the second place on that list.
Don't
I
like
think.
that bet. He's just put in a, quarterbacks, there is a longer learning curve than receivers and running backs. Not everyone is Jaden Daniels. With every Jaden Daniels, you get 100 Peyton Mannings, who was a rookie. Remember Peyton Manning his rookie year, Jeffrey?
I'd love to have 100 Peyton Mannings.
Remember him his rookie year? 28 interceptions.
Well, that was a different situation. That was less about Peyton Manning. It was all about how bad the team was.
Exactly. So Cameron Ward is in not the greatest situation right now. So I would not bet on him plus 350. I'd stay away from that.
Jeffrey, I already forgot how to pronounce this.
Tyler Shaw.
Shaw.
Yeah.
Shaw.
Yeah.
Because Moist One says Shaw.
And he could be the starter with Derek Carr retired.
For sure.
Him or
Sure.
Good one. Him or Spencer Rattler. I mean,
Sure.
it's Tyler Shaw's number one on the depth chart right now.
Spencer Rattler. That was Desmond Ritter. Where's Spencer Rattler?
The Saints.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, what do you want to know, Moist One? I don't. Yeah.
I don't love betting
Sure.
on quarterbacks for rookie of the year.
sure.
Yeah.
Moist One says Peyton Manning. Remember Jaden Daniels?
Peyton Manning. Remember Jaden Daniels? I don't know.
Well, I Jeffrey, I think we could probably build your Peyton Manning clone army if you'd like. If we could just get some DNA from him. So here's what we're going to do. You
Clone
and I
army.
are going to Denver, and we're going to. He's going to drink out of a cup or something.
Sure.
And we're going to get that cup, and then we're going to extract the DNA from it, and then we're going to turn the DNA into 100 Peyton Mannings.
Might want to get a sweaty sock. I feel like we get more material that way.
Jeffrey and I have this in common. We both love Peyton Manning because Peyton Manning at Tennessee, I mean, he's a household name, and at the Colts. So we have that in common.
And nobody cares. Average Joe says
Reject.
Gorilla or 100 Peyton Mannings?
100 Peyton
Fair question, but let me ask. 100 Peyton Mannings with footballs?
Oh, I was just going to ask that.
Because if he has footballs and they all start throwing,
the
ones that don't wobbly kind of sail over the monkey's head, if they can get him right in the noggin, they can at least knock him out. I feel like I'd take 100 Peyton Mannings in that case.
I would too. Peyton Manning with 100. Peyton Manning without footballs.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning right now.
Oh,
it's not like he's
forget
a
it.
lot
No,
different.
forget
It's not like
that.
he's a lot different. Yeah. I'm
Prime. It'd have to be prime Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless you have 50 Peyton Manning and 50 Eli Manning, because then Peyton would grab the Eli and swing him around. So you'd have 50 Peyton swinging Elis, and that could take out the monkey.
That could easily take out the monkey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Moist One says, no, he was talking about Peyton's rookie year. What about Jaden Daniels last year? People didn't think he was in a good situation to strive right away. Oh, no. You know what? The people might not have, but we did. We saw that Washington team was looking really good. And we believed in Jaden Daniels to come in and do well. That was actually fun.
Yeah, I was a huge
and mostly
believer.
because Keon threatened us.
Did he
yeah.
really?
Well, yeah.
Told us we had to.
Yep. No, he really didn't. No.
The
He's not here to
Commanders
defend himself.
Also, the Commanders were in a great situation. You have a Super Bowl. Dan Quinn, a guy who took a team to a Super Bowl. I know Cliff Kingsbury is not popular around here. I think he's one of the best offensive coordinators in the sport.
If you were here when he was head coach, you wouldn't think that today.
I was there, and I am a Cliff Kingsbury defender. I think he is one of the best coordinators in the sport, and I think eventually he will get another head coaching job, and I think he will succeed.
So here's what it is. He has a small window to be a good offensive coordinator with college prospects.
He's got a
because
small something else.
He works in a college thinking, but outside of that, he's a horrible head coach.
Yeah.
Should never be a head coach again. But as long as he gets a guy right out of college, but then when that time starts to tick, he's going to be less effective as an offensive coordinator. It's a weird thing to watch, but it's true. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we got on this date in big Georgia sports history. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender is streamed live on YouTube. Search 1580 The Fanatic to watch.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance. And you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
My pain is considerable, but that prescription is dangerous.
The side effects of my medicine are worse than my condition.
I'm in recovery. I can't take those pills.
When faced with a health crisis, you shouldn't have to choose between risks.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our naturopathic doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves immediate physical symptoms without having you take a bunch of pills. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
We talk sports. 1580 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So you know that water disaster we had downstairs?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the flooding.
Where I took the hose out of the hole and then the washing machine.
Yeah.
Turned out, I just walked down there and everything was, it's pretty clean now. Everything's good. And then I got a text from, turns out the water flooded into the garage too.
Oh boy.
Luckily, it's only a couple of cardboard boxes that got a little wet at the bottom, but everything else was just stuff, I got to deal with that tonight. As soon as the show's over, I have to fix it tonight because my wife likes to park in the garage.
Yes.
She gets cranky if she can't park in the garage. So, yeah. I don't know where she left the house.
She's going for a drive.
And I'm like, I want to ask, but I don't want to get her madder. I was like, while you're at, could you get some takeout? And no, I'm like, I'm not going to text that.
Wow.
Not going to text that. Not going to ask for anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was a moment today that like she kind of gave me a smile, and I was like, oh, I ain't going to see that look again for a while. Not going to see that look again for what she's mad. I done screwed up.
Sorry, Jeffco.
It happens, Jeffrey. It happens.
Mr. Wilbur says the only thing going for Cliff Kingsbury was that hot girlfriend he had. I don't remember that.
Yeah, but then she had all the operations, and she now is morphed into what I understand to be an alien.
Real, I have no idea still what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. His girlfriend, I guess there was a news story when her and Cliff broke up. She's had so many surgeries. Yeah.
I haven't seen them together, so I can't even tell you. Mr. Wilbur says, Jeffrey, look on the bright side. Good thing it's only 140 degrees in your garage tonight when you got to clean it up.
Oh, yeah.
I just went down there now. It's not too bad. Moist One says, set up the lawn chairs. I'll bring some beers. Nope. If I look like I'm having even the least bit of fun when I'm cleaning up in there, that's not good. Because when I went down there, she did not look like she was having any fun at all cleaning up the mess that I made. Did I ever make a mess? Man, that was a huge mistake. I feel horrible. But
I guess you live and you learn. Yeah,
stuff happens, Jeffco.
It happens, Jeffrey. Keep your head up.
Yeah. I'll do the best I can to make it up to her. So anyway, listen, I'm very excited about this.
All right.
We've talked about flying cars and stuff.
Yes.
And then I immediately feel like maybe that's a bad idea.
Why?
Maybe a flying car, because we're so bad at driving on the road. You think we'd be better flying in the air?
What are you talking about?
Crashing into each other and then cars plummeting into your backyard or in the top of your house?
Oh, come on. Everybody knows flying cars are going to be fun. Come on.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah, everyone
knows it.
There's going to be a lot of sky crashes.
Here's my question.
Jeffco, think about Jeffco. You have a souped up hot rod in the sky.
You know how complex it is?
Will do great. Everyone else is an idiot, and they're going to be crashing into each other and crashing into houses, and this is going to be a massacre up there.
You know how complex
luckily, it's too
is,
expensive for anybody to afford at the moment, or else I'd have to be worried about that.
All right.
People have to go to pilot school for years to learn air traffic. You can't just give someone a flying car. They have to learn.
What are you talking about?
You have to go to
the Jetsons. They were ahead of their time.
I don't know how they're going to
TV
coordinate everything if there's flying cars.
TV show, Randy.
So anyway,
it's not reality.
Come on.
Somebody came up with something new though that was interesting. It reminded me since Harris is a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah,
you remember them Revenge of the Jedi, right? Because that's what the title of the movie was originally. Before Return of the Jedi, it was Revenge of the Jedi.
Yes.
And so remember they're on them motorcycles that didn't have wheels. Them flying bikes that they and then they of course then the Ewoks beat the hell out of them and stuff.
Well,
they've actually made it in real life.
No,
it actually works.
No,
and somebody put on a Star Wars outfit and actually rode it through a forest, and they made a video, and it looks just like it. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my heck.
Okay.
But the Volonaut bike, the Volonaut air bike, it'll go 124 miles an hour, and
What?
I've made up my mind officially what I want for my birthday.
Here's the thing, but you can't fly way up into the sky because it works on jets and stuff and has to be close enough to the ground or some sort of terrain to maintain its lift. That uses an actual jet propulsion system, and that's what gives it its lift.
That is some antimatter stuff right there, man.
It's lightweight carbon fiber 3D printed parts, and it weighs only 86 pounds.
86 pounds
without a rider. And a motorcycle usually costs around 600 pounds. So this is a featherweight thing. It's got a jet engine, and you hover along and you zoom, and so this might be cool. I mean, here's the problem though. If you're on the road, I think you're fine. The minute you pull up, because there was somebody who had like a little drone car, and the FAA got mad because at first he's going along, he's fine, but as soon as he lifted off and then landed again, then he was violating the laws of air travel in the country.
Oh, no.
So I don't know about these motorcycles, but these flying jet propulsion motorcycles seem kind of cool.
So
seems like though, if you're going off road and you're driving along, I heard you say it needed some sort of road or terrain under it.
Yeah, it's something to push off of.
What happens if you're going along and all of a sudden there's like a canyon, like a dip of the thing? Oh, that thing's gonna fall out of the sky. Is that what you're telling me?
With any sort of bike or situation, if you have a good head start at it and it's not too big, you might be able to jump it.
So Jeffrey, with my birthday coming up, you
No,
always
this is
talk
gonna be
about
way
you always
too
talk
expensive.
about you being rich
Wow.
and all.
This is not ready. This is not ready yet. This is a prototype. It's a new thing, and so no.
$380,000.
Is that all?
You're the last person on the show to get one. I get
No
one. Then Randy
fair.
gets one.
No.
You're the last person. I don't
What?
care if it's your birthday.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah. I need one.
Oh, Jeffrey, you can't do this to me.
Let me spell it for you so you can look it up and dream.
You can't do this to me.
VOLONAUT, the Volonaut air bike.
Wow.
You look it up, you find some videos, and like I said, there's a dude wearing a Star Wars the stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah, I
Now,
see it.
Wait a minute. This wasn't built by one of those Frenchies, was it? Those Frenchies didn't it? Volonaut, isn't that French? That's French.
It's actually Polish.
Oh, it's Polish.
Yeah,
Oh.
Thomas Patan is the guy who has been developing this.
This
Wait a
thing
minute.
is so cool.
It's Polish?
Yeah. Don't.
128,000. I found one for cheap. This.
Oh,
thing's
wait a
really
second.
cool.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, don't make Polish jokes on the air, but then I'm like, they can't figure out a radio. So you honestly, I never understood the origin of the Polish jokes, but yeah, they're fun.
Nope. Not gonna say a word.
Yeah.
World War II, perhaps.
So yeah, probably. I don't know. There's no spinning propellers like in a drone, so you can actually go through tight spaces and stuff. That's why the guy in that video was going through the forest and he was able to get through the trees.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh my
But,
gosh.
no, that's a good point, Badfish. Badfish says DUI flying cars sounds like a horrible idea. We have
Wow.
enough wrong way drivers now.
Yeah.
Ex-lovers will be flying cars into people's houses. Oh, the list goes on why it's a bad idea.
The bikes can reach speeds of 124 miles an hour.
Harris, I
Wow.
just said that like
Yeah,
3 or
he-
4 different times.
Jeffrey said that.
124. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Why
I'm
are you
confirming
saying
it.
that?
I'm confirming it. I'm just thinking and imagining of
I like how
myself
he
riding
needed
it
me to do that.
124 miles an hour. 124.
So here's a part of what makes this special. The stabilization comes from a flight computer that automatically maintains hover and makes it easier for the rider. So the rider could just, because I saw a thing where the guy stopped and he was just standing there next to it while it was hovering. I'm like, how's that thing not going crazy? It's all about the computer. So I see another avenue for disaster.
Yeah, it's
the
kinda
computer like goes, oh, time to update, like Windows does. All of a sudden gone, and the thing just starts out of control. Well, whatever the case, flying motorcycles, I'm just going to say, not far off the ground, but this would be cool in actual traffic. I think if you could manage it, you should be able to take in traffic.
Well, yeah, it would be a lot of fun in traffic, but I mean, I think you would turn auto update off, wouldn't you? I mean, you wouldn't want that happening.
I don't know. People are dumb. I mean, listen, a hover cars or a hover bike, that's what you should call it. Don't call it a flying motorcycle. It's a hover bike. Or a hover car. Those are cool as hell. There's a show on Apple TV with Billy Crudup. It's like they're a bunch of con men trying to sell people land on the moon or something. But it's like a different take on the universe. They're driving these hover cars, and they have all like old robots, but it looks like the 50s. I don't remember the name of the show, but those hover cars seem kind of cool. So this is what this is. It's just a hover bike on the same kind of thought process. Somebody actually made one. So
wow,
hey, we're getting closer to the dream, Randy.
Yeah, we are.
But now that I am a grown up, I'm like, we shouldn't allow that dream to come true.
You know,
people are gonna be crashing into each other everywhere in the sky.
damn good and well. If they had a flying car, you would be the first guy in line to get one.
Until everyone else was up there, maybe.
And Randy would be the second.
Yeah, you'd be the last on the show to get one.
Hell yes.
It's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1973, Texas Ranger reliever Charlie Hudson accidentally shot himself in the middle finger of his pitching hand while
no
cleaning
kidding.
his .38 revolver at home.
Oh,
The
boy.
24-year-old.
Oh, boy.
Harris, you don't buy a gun. 24-year-old left-handed knuckleballer returned to the team at the end of July, and as a starter, bam, he shut out the Minnesota Twins. Yeah. So,
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, Harris, you shouldn't have a gun. You are also 24. Are you? So you're 25. Or what, how old are you?
I'm 23. I
Oh.
turned 24.
Okay, well you can have a
in
gun.
2 days.
You can have a gun for 2 days.
For 2 days. Yes. It's gonna be a fun 2 days.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Knock yourself
Yes.
out. Go shoot up the town.
Yeah.
But then turn that in the minute you turn 24.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
You need all your fingers to push the buttons and
Yeah.
do all the stuff you have there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I would.
Don't go shoot up the town. Whatever you do there.
No,
Thanks
that
for
was
the
a figure
reminder,
speech. Don't
Randy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
literally do that.
I've actually operated a gun a couple times.
So you
have.
shouldn't
I
have a
have.
gun just because you said
I have.
operated.
Well, I'm used to
That is
operating.
the reason
I'm used
right
to
now.
operating these guns. So
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
brother.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Couple of pea
Wow.
shooters, little straws with a pea in there.
you guys walked right into that one.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
But in seriousness, though, being from Tennessee, you have fired
I
firearms,
have.
right?
I have.
What do you like? What do you got?
I have. I don't really know much about him. I just have fired him a couple times.
Oh,
But
so Dad says, "Here, go ahead, but just don't point it this way. Don't point it this way."
I have I got a extended family's got a farm in Little Rock, Arkansas, and they're big into guns, and so I fired them a few times. Yeah, here and there.
With great supervision, I hope.
No, it was just me. No,
That's
there
a
was some
huge
there was some
mistake.
supervision. I'm kidding. There was some
And they're like, "Let's see if he comes back okay."
supervision. Maybe this is our chance to get rid of him.
Yeah,
No, they
Yeah.
didn't say that.
Wow.
They never would say that.
that turkey's not that
It was
big this
fun.
year, so you know.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the program. And everybody have a nice night. And we'll be back in your radios again tomorrow. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Bye-bye.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider.